The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There ain't no use in our goodbye. True love takes a lot of trying. Oh, I'm crying.
There's going to be some show tonight. Mrs. Miller doing the Four Seasons. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative every weeknight from 10 o'clock with myself, Iain Lee, and Katherine Boyle live on Talk Radio. Listen on DAB, download the app, or goddammit, go to talkradio.co.uk. Sam is answering the phones this evening. If you want to call up, it's free, pretty much. Free most packages. It might cost you pennies, but we call you back. We don't ask what you're talking about, what you want to talk about. We don't want to know where you're from. We just want to know your name. You could give us a fake name as well if you wanted to. You really could. And you know what? Tonight, the only thing that I think the only thing we can talk about, the only thing we could talk about, if you had to have a fight with a pop star, who would it be and why? 0344 499 1000. Because I'm going to be honest, I ain't got a bloody clue what's going on in the country. I don't know what's going on. So forget that. If you had to have a fight with a pop star, who would it be and why? 0344 499 1000. I tell you what, I've got a lot of new listeners this evening. So, Sam, just rest your fingers for 5 minutes. I'm going to take calls straight to air as and when they come through. I can feel the switchboard is empty at this precise second in time, but I can feel the vibe is building. So let's wait for the call. We're going to take the first 10 calls. We're going to do the first 10 calls are going to be straight to air, just to give you an idea of how the show works. It's got a line one, you're on the wireless.
Good evening. Very well.
Very well. This is a quick, snappy start to the show, so let's just get straight to it.
Straight to it. I wanted to ask you about albums of bands, but you've only ever listened to one of their albums because you're scared the rest of them won't be as good.
None.
Mine is a Beach Boys album.
Which Beach Boys album?
Oh, I forgot what it's called, which is terrible. The one with Sailor O Sailor.
Oh, Holland?
Yeah, the only one I've ever listened to.
The only Beach Boys album, man, we've started niche. The only Beach Boys album you've listened to is Holland?
Well, I love it, honestly, I love it so much, it's tireless for me.
Let me give you the next album you need to listen to, my friend, okay? You ready?
Yes.
Go and order Sunflower. And thank me when you've heard it. All right? Thanks very much for your call. 03444991000. That's call number 1. We go to call number 2. Hello, call number 2. You're live on the wireless.
I've got a dirty...
Okay, we don't need any of that. 03444991000. Call number 3. We are taking the first 10 calls this evening straight to air. A lot of new listeners, a lot of new people who are listening to the show. That's the same thing. It means listeners. Let's go to call number 3. Good evening, call number 3. You're live on Talk Radio.
Good night, Clive.
Oh, that is so niche. By the way, the Beach Boys album Holland is nuts. Someone should make a movie about that. They got bored of recording in America, so they said, let's go and record abroad. Hey, you know the Rolling Stones did that album at that French chateau? Well, why don't we go to Holland? Okay, Exile on Main Street was the Stones album. The Beach Boys went to Holland to make an album, and it was a bit of a car crash. Let's go to line 4. This is call number 4, Katherine. We're taking the first 10 calls straight to air.
Oh, exciting.
Call number 4, you're on the wireless. Pathetic. Very, very simple. 03444991000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, we're going to take 6 more calls straight to air. We're going to go to call number 5. Good evening, call number 5. You're live on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. In 1985, I went to see Musical Youth in concert at the Dominion in Tottenham Court Road.
This show has become like a fan club for Musical Youth, which I'm happy to do. Nice fellas, great songs, but I'm surprised. Okay, tell us more about your NY concert in 1985.
It has a connection with your show.
Oh, beautiful.
Which will become clear in a minute. So it was Imagination, I think, were the main ones. Then Lee
Johns
were the third one.
Yes.
And opposite is a McDonald's, and this was in 1985, McDonald's opposite. And me and my friend, we went to the McDonald's, had whatever, and then we walked back over to the concert.
Yes.
When we got, and they said, tickets, please, we checked and I thought, oh my God, we haven't got the tickets.
Wow.
So we went back over to McDonald's, and we said we were sitting over there. Has anyone handed them in? And he said, yes, that gentleman over there has handed them in. So I went to thank him, and I said, can I buy you a coffee or anything? So he said, no. I said, well, can I just, I just want to, what's your name? So he said, my name's George. Rainbow George.
Shut up.
That's a true story. And he was in... Yeah, and I was 19 back in 1985, and he was...
What did he ask you to do for him? Did he give you the lyrics to a crappy song that he wanted you to do the tune for?
He asked you to call this show, didn't he?
No, he didn't ask me. I don't know him.
Really?
And then Rainbow George has come back in 30 years. So next time you speak to him, could you just say the guy that you found the tickets in Tottenham Court Road McDonald's? I was trying to get through yesterday because you said, have you got any, have you seen Musical Youth? So it's a full circle.
Mate.
Ian Lee show, Rainbow George and Musical Youth.
What's your name, fella?
My name's Tony.
Tony, it's going to be a tough call to beat. That's going to be a tough old call to beat. Call number 6 of 10 that we are taking straight to air. Let's go to line number 6. Hello, caller. You're on the wireless.
I breathe a sigh of relief. Cat is back on the radio. We are at normality.
Call number... This is a great start to the show. Call number 7, you're on the wireless.
Jeremy Cole here, Ian.
Oh, hello, Jeremy.
Oh, have you, mum? I love you, mum.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Nice to know that Jeremy listens to the show. Call number 8 of 10 straight to air. Oh, hang on, let's try again. Hello, sorry, I had your fader down. I can only apologise.
That's all right. Hello, Ian.
Hello, call number 8.
It's me again.
Yes?
It's me again.
I don't know who that is.
It's James.
Oh, James, you've got the wife who's called like Mary Berry or something. I saw a picture of her. She's got a name. It's like Derry Berry.
Is it Sherry Berry?
Sherry Berry.
Penny
Wenny. I've seen a picture of her. I've seen her on Facebook.
I know you have.
Yeah, I've seen her on Facebook.
Yes,
I've commented on her status.
She sent me some pictures today telling me that she'd tag you in a post and that you'd reply, thank you.
James, could you do me a favour? Just be quiet for a second. Can Penny Benny hear us now?
Yeah, she'll be upstairs
I've
to the
seen
radio.
pictures of you. Dump James, you can do so much better. You are wasting your life. Wait, not for me, for someone else. You could get a 23-year-old Italian stud. You are wasting your life, Penny Benny. Let's go to call number 9. The last 2 calls straight to air, and then we can start the show properly. Hello, call number 9. Is this Miss Louise?
Yeah.
Okay,
Doing their best.
And the last call straight to air. After this call, you will be answered by Sam. He will take your name and number and call you back. We go to call number 10. You're on the wireless.
Oh, my date of birth is 10th of the 10th. Wow, synchronicity. Right, can you know Rainbow George is no stranger to a tall tale?
Yes?
I once heard someone ring the BBC with the name using sterling silver, and it said he had a bank loan, he couldn't make the payment for the bank loan, he rang the manager, had an appointment for the bank loan, and then this bit is that I'd like to know whether it's true or not, did a bomb scare at the bank so that he didn't have to go to see the bank manager, and then the appointment was moved to another day, by which time he'd been paid.
So
now,
we're asking, would this has become a phone-in to ask questions to Rain... Has he put you up to this?
He paid me in future wisdoms.
Future
I get 3.
wisdoms. Thank you very much indeed. That's it for calls to air. We've got 2 questions to ask Rainbow George, if and indeed when he calls in. That's it. Call straight to air now. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the late night alternative, weeknights from 10 with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Stimulating nightly emissions guaranteed to open your eyes and your mind.
Oh my word.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
034499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you will be very welcome to do so. Katherine is here. Good evening, Katherine Boyle.
And good evening to you.
Good evening to Dan. Dan is here. Dan came and saw us in Belfast. Dan is what I call a true fan, Dan, because Dan paid money to come and sit here tonight. He's paid us £150 per hour. I don't know if we've discussed that with him, but that's the deal that we've got.
I brought the swipe card machine.
£150 per hour to sit in on the show. We should do that. We're not doing that. Dan very kindly came and saw us in Belfast. It was a pleasure to meet you, and it's a pleasure to see you again. And he asked if he could come and sit in on the show, and we said, yeah, sure, why not? And then I probably forgot about it, because I do. I'm a nice guy, but I forget what I did. I forget what I did this morning.
We've both been on holiday in between times.
We've both been on holiday. And also, and here's the thing, Dan. We've had a couple of people come in recently who want to do work. Can we just come in? We want to get into radio. And can we come in and sit on the show?
We're big fans of the show. We listen all the time.
Big fans of the show. Can we come and sit in on the show? And I go, yeah, sure. I want to give youngsters a helping hand.
Exactly.
And then they come in, and it's so obvious they've never listened to the show. Like Alan Caddick will phone up. That guy was crazy. Does he call often? Excuse me. So we've said. Kath and I have said, and I'm sorry to do this, anyone that wants to get into radio, but,
I'm not.
We just said that anyone else that phones up and says, oh, we want to get into radio, can we come and sit in? No.
Can I give you a little pro tip?
No.
Media students or journalism students.
No.
If you're going to tap someone up for work experience, have a look at who's on their station.
Yes.
Make it look like you know who's on there.
Yeah.
Recognise some faces.
The
show
last
some
2
interest.
people.
There's no excuse now, because you can listen again.
Yeah.
At your leisure.
The last 2 people, and this isn't in any way a dig at you, Dan, 'cause you've come in because you're a fan, and we're more than happy to have you. But the last 2 people came in and said, I want to, make it in radio, and I'm on a media course, I'm a big fan of the show, can I come and sit in? Didn't have a clue. I don't want to talk about Brexit.
It's not.
But I want to ask one thing. The Queen has said yes to proroguing, excuse me, thank you, right? Don't worry, it ain't that show. But I've just got a couple of dumb questions. So she's going to suspend Parliament. she's going to suspend Parliament, which means the government is prorogued, which means that they have like a longer break, which means the stuff, right? Could she have said no to that? When Boris Johnson went, I want to prorogue the Parliament. This is a genuine question, right? I want to prorogue Parliament. Could she have said no? See, I don't, because you mentioned this earlier, you went, she's done it, and I went, I don't think she can say no.
No.
Because she can't influence Parliament, can she? So, therefore
she's not supposed to, no.
Therefore surely, is it one of those things where it's just like polite to ask her, but she has to say yes?
What I'm reading, and who knows, the Queen is never going to let on, because she's not allowed to give her opinion on political matters, is she? But what I'm hearing is that they felt compromised. She and her advisors felt obliged.
Okay, right. So
that's one newspaper's interpretation.
That's point one. Is it the Mirror's interpretation? The Mirror?
I think so, I can't remember.
Left-leaning paper. So it's important to say these things.
Hang on, let me check. I'll find out exactly.
So that's interpretation one, right? Interpretation two, and this is where I think it starts to get a bit interesting. Doesn't it take the pressure off Prince Andrew a little bit? Doesn't that, because I was complaining a couple of weeks ago that Prince Andrew wasn't getting much attention compared to Meghan Markle. It was the Mirror, was it?
Yeah.
Thought so. Left-leaning paper.
It says the Queen and her advisors are said, by whom we don't know, to be resentful over how Boris Johnson has handled the prorogation of Parliament.
Right. So I was saying a couple of weeks ago, isn't it interesting, Prince Andrew is not getting anywhere near the flack that Meghan Markle is. She got an aeroplane. He's hung out with a billionaire paedophile after the billionaire paedophile had been convicted. Right? But
and also there's a girl who was 17 when she's saying that she was forced.
Well, this has come out recently. This is the last couple of days that this has been, has kind of come out. Or certainly that it's made the press. And so in the last week, I would say, pressure on Prince Andrew has been mounting hugely, right? But now the Queen has prorogued Parliament, so that means that Parliament is held, and everyone's talking about that. No one cares about, well, did Prince Andrew know anything? Did he have sex with these kids? Was he massaged by these kids? Why was he hanging out with a guy who was obviously, a child rapist? Focus is gone. Is this obfuscation by the Queen to protect, I think he's her favourite son?
Well, that's what people say, isn't it?
Yeah. You would, wouldn't you?
I think whichever way she decided was going to be the top story.
Yeah.
And it wasn't her decision to put that to herself. It was, so I'm not sure there's any machination there on the Queen's part.
I'm doubling down. I'm saying she has done this to protect her favourite son. One of your girls, right, is accused of being involved in something very, very unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say what, because we don't need to create the fact, but he's involved in something very unpleasant.
Also, there's no proof of that.
Well, actually, I do have evidence of that, so don't make me force my hand. And it's front page news. It's your kid. He's your favourite kid as well. The smaller one. Joking.
It's not the smaller one.
It's the taller one. So your favourite kid is front page news, and the pressure is mounting, and you have the power to close Parliament at a time when it really shouldn't be closed, right? And you know that would take attention off her, and she might get off scot-free. Certainly would kick the can down the road a little bit further. You do it.
But either way,
do it.
Either way, he's going to be seen as a distraction.
He's not the distraction.
No, what I'm saying to you is, if the Queen had said whichever way she called it today,
yes,
would have been the top story. So
no. But if she hadn't, this is the best Brexit discussion you've heard on radio all day, and
if she told the Prime Minister to jog on,
499-1000. Okay, that would be news. No, it would be news for a day.
Oh, you're kidding me.
All right, it'd be news for 2 days. I'll give you, it'd be news for 2 days. Then at day 3, where was Randy Andy on the night of November the 19th, 2009? Right? But now, this is news until November the 1st. This is news for the next 65 days. And there are 65 days. Trust me. This is news for the next 65 days. It's a genius move. A genius move. And trust me, that woman who claims that she was forced to have sex with Andrew at the age of 17, my advice to her, don't go driving through no French tunnels. That's my advice to her. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
Well, it isn't safe for her anyway, is it?
It ain't safe.
There's a lot of very rich people who are worried about their position.
A billionaire was murdered in a prison, right? Who's next? Her? Probably. I mean, loads of victims, women have stepped forward and said, right, I think there's about 20, I think I saw, but may have got that number slightly wrong, about 20 have come forward and said, yeah, we were raped by Epstein, we were there, we can describe what happened and all of that stuff. So more people is going to die, and no one's talking about Prince Andrew, apart from us on this show, the greatest show on the radio known to mankind. I think me and Kath were talking today about how great this show is and how lucky you are to... someone says, Ian, you promised no Brexit talk and lay off her Madge. Well, you obviously have no respect for her because you're calling her Madge. Her name is Queen Elizabeth II, and she is fit.
Mrs. Windsor.
Mrs. Windsor to you.
She's fit, did you just...
Sorry?
Did you just say she's fit?
I might have done. I might have fallen in love with a lady. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative. It's a radio show unlike any other radio show in that we don't even mention Brexit. That will not be mentioned. Shush. It will, shush. It, be quiet. Be quiet. It will not ever. You have my guarantee. It will never be mentioned on this show. Ever. Oh, my Twitch channel is going really well, apart from the fact the boys took the lead I needed to stream games today. I wanted to play Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance. My Twitch channel is great, right? All right. Dan is sending us a very angry text here. Listen to this. The Queen has to do as instructed by PM. She has no choice.
No, she has to do as instructed by her ministers.
That was the whole point of the Civil War, FFS. It will be the end of the monarchy if she said no. Dan, we're just asking questions. We're just kicking ideas around. We're just having, I was going to say, thought Fs. We're just playing thought game, mind games.
I thought that she had to do as advised by her privy councillors. I thought that was the point.
Well, just chill out, guys. Just chill out. Brexit is dividing us. We saw that last night on Twitter when I said I will still... Okay, I got flack last night for saying I still like Jay Aston despite the fact she's joined the Brexit party. Here's the thing.
People heard that you liked the Brexit party.
People heard me saying I want all blacks kicked out of this country. Here's the thing. I still like Jay Aston, even though she's a member of the Brexit party. I like her as a human being. I've met her. She's really nice. I might disagree with her politics. That's fine. You're allowed to do that, right? I think she's a really nice person. Here's the thing. I'm still going to listen. This is what we're going to do. This is tonight's show. I knew it would come. Here we go. 0344 499 1000. Dialez-vous s'il vous plaît. Dialez-vous s'il vous plaît. People that you still listen to, even though you're not allowed to listen to anymore. Let's start. We've got Bucks Fizz. I'll still be listening to Bucks Fizz, even though I'm not allowed to listen to Bucks Fizz anymore. Gary Glitter. Still be listening to GG, despite the fact I'm not allowed to listen to GG anymore. Who else? I had another one.
I love the Smiths still.
The Smiths. There you go. The Smiths. And you're allowed to love the Smiths. You're allowed to.
Yeah.
You're allowed to. It doesn't, hit on the game, not the player. Is that it? No.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
It's not even,
but it's the other way around.
It's art and artists. Respect the art, not the art. Be peed off with the artist, not the artist. Something like that. Hate the art, not the art. Hate the artist.
I don't hate
the art.
I just think he's a knob.
You don't like. Oh, okay. Dan, stop sending me texts with FFS in it. I know what it means. I know what FFS means. Okay, so artist...
Fabulous fantasy stud.
My kids came up with a gang called PISS. And it stands for... it's like Personal Intelligent Selective or something. And they kept going, yeah, we're in PISS. I was going, boys, please don't say that. No, it stands for Personal Intelligent Selective. It's like, right, you can't stop us. And I said, right, you got me on a technicality. Bands, acts that you can't listen to anymore, but we're told we're not allowed to listen to anymore, but we still listen to. Bucks Fizz, Gary Glitter, The Smiths. I had another one earlier that you're not supposed to, like, but I still like them. It's a funny old world,
I'm
isn't
conflicted about Kiss.
Yeah, no, we'll put Kiss in there, because Gene Simmons is a sex offender. Well, he is. He's horrible. He's horrible, but I like listening to the music. I like watching the shows.
I like Paul Stanley.
Huh?
I like Paul Stanley.
We all like Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley ain't done nothing.
I want to come and see ya!
There you go. Well, no, but now, someone has texted R. Kelly and Rolf Harris. No. You're just saying people that are sex offenders. Do you still actually listen to them? These people we actually listen to. So you can't just go, R. Kelly and Rolf Harris. Do you still listen to R. Kelly? I don't think you do. I would be very surprised if your music library ranged from R. Kelly to Rolf Harris.
Maybe that's just the R's section of your record collection.
The R's section. If you do, 0344 499 1000. I don't just want a list of sex offenders and racists. We are. Okay. 0344 499 1000. The switchboard is empty. I mean, we've done 10 calls already, which is normally what we do in about an hour. We've done them in the first 15 minutes, so I could have buggered myself there, which is no mean feat. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 with Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
Whispering lunar incantations for cross-parents, cross-dressers.
Yeah, did you know this about me?
And cross-rail workers.
Steel and polycarbonate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
What is wrong with everyone? Can people stop text? I'm not even going to give out the text number. Not going to give out the text number because everyone's just texting me FFS. So the guy that said R. Kelly and Rolf Harris, I said, you can only say that if you listen to them. And he's replied, in capitals, because he's shouting, yes, I do FFS.
Do you know we can mute you on there, so...
Watch your language. I know what FFS stands for now. What was it again? Fabulously flirty sex star. Sex star.
Wow.
We watched,
Stud Muffin.
No, we didn't watch that. Oh, I watched my second ever, not seen the ending, so don't spoil it, my second ever Nicholas Boy film, or as you will know him, Jason Statham. My kids call him Nicholas Boy for some reason. We watched my second ever Jason Statham film today, recommended to me by Will Guyatt. It's a little movie, I don't know if you've heard of it, from 2006, it's called, or 2003, it's called Crank. It's great.
Is it Cockney rhyming slang?
No.
I've seen a bit of that film, it's rubbish.
It's so good, man. It's basically like Speed, the movie Speed, but for a human. He has to keep his adrenaline up, otherwise he dies. And he does it by doing cocaine, by having sex in public, in front of a load of Japanese tourists, and by drinking Red Bull. It's such a great movie. I've only got 15, 20 minutes to go. I don't know how it ends, but I do know there is a Crank 2.
Oh dear.
I only saw my first Statham film at the weekend, the new Fast and Furious. He's amazing.
Does he talk like that in there as well?
He's basically made, it's sexy to be ugly and bald.
He's not ugly.
Oh God.
No, he's not. He's got that sort of boxer look. He's a handsome man.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. But, he's basically a handsome Phil Mitchell, isn't he?
He's a handsome thumb. He's
a thumb in a shirt.
He's so good. I've got his whole back.
He's good at this voice.
Just it, baby, go a bit more, bit deeper, baby. He's getting, so he doesn't die. His girlfriend,
he's helping him out in the car.
Blows him off in the car.
Okay.
All right, Mark. Mark has said I still like watching Kevin Spacey films. We're talking about musicians, but I'll do another line for actors. Kevin Spacey. But it's a great film. So, does anyone know, 0344 499 1000, how many films has Statham done? Because I'm going to watch them all, and I'm going to watch all, the Fast and Furious movies. But so I've got Crank 2, Transporter. I think there are 2 or 3 Transporters as well.
I think there might be 4.
4 Transporters?
I think so.
Oh,
all right,
God,
so that's 6 films. Yeah, 4. There's the film with Jennifer Lopez in, who's my favourite actress. I love J-Lo movies, made in Manhattan.
But you haven't seen the best one.
Which one?
Out of Sight.
The best one is actually, Monster-in-Law or Anaconda.
Anaconda is in my list of 2 worst films ever. That and Congo.
Oh, so you don't like the jungle? Draw from that what you will. But maybe you and Jay Aston should go and have a chat.
I don't like it when the monster in it, like either the big monkey or the
big monkey
or the big snake,
big monkey,
has got a zip that you can see. Call me fussy.
You can't see the zip.
You can. You can see the zips on them.
You can't see.
Yeah, you can. You can see the hand.
If you watch Arachnophobia, when they showed it on TV, you could see the metal bars pushing the fake spiders along. You could, because when they changed it to fit the old TVs, the ratio changed.
It's like Tipping Point with spiders.
You could see the metal. It was literally a bar pushing the spider. I remember watching it and being quite scared up until that point, and went, "All right." Size of that, pulled out a Bee Gees book today. Size of the spider that was on it. Dear God. Anyway, that's going to be that was on my Twitch stream today. So my Twitch, I'm going to become pro, because this show's probably going to come to an end. So I'm going to become a pro streamer. And here's what I was thinking. Everybody on Twitch has got a gimmick. It's like, it's a fit lady dancing around in her vest. It's some mad Scottish bloke playing a boring truck simulator. Well, I'm not going to have a gimmick. No gimmicks, just giveaways. That's going to be my channel. We're not having any gimmicks. There will be no gimmicks. Here's the slogan. No gimmicks, just giveaways. So I'm going to give away... Hang on a minute, please let me finish. I'm going to give away prizes to my subs. Sub up. Prizes for my subs.
You're going to be like the Oprah of Twitch. You get a prize, you get a prize, you get a prize.
Not everyone. No, it'll be competitions. No gimmicks.
Isn't that a gimmick, though?
How?
All competitions all the time.
I don't know if you're listening to the slogan. The slogan very clearly states, no gimmicks, just giveaways.
But that's a...
It's really simple. I don't understand why you don't get it.
That's a gimmick.
Ian Lee, no, twitch.tv/Ian Lee. Sub up for no gimmicks, just giveaways. Let's go to Alan Caddick. Good evening, Alan.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Kath.
Yep.
You're talking about films. And I'll tell you the worst film I ever saw.
Okay.
It was Kong Skull Island.
Thanks very much for your call. 034. Tell us more about it, Alan.
Well, I didn't really enjoy it.
No, I thought it was cack and all.
Well, you don't like monkey films.
Well, here's the thing about that film. That's the Peter Jackson one, right?
Yeah.
It was just like, it was like a little boy had made it with his toys. Oh, and then there's a big monkey, and then there's a really big spider, and then there's a great big dinosaur, and then that gets eaten by another thing. It's just, God.
Can I just say thank you to Matt Eccles for sending me footage of Jason Statham diving for England at the 1990 Commonwealth Games. He's got a full head of hair. He's like a slim young man. Come and watch this, Catherine. Jason Statham diving for England at the 1990 Commonwealth Games.
England's Jason Statham.
Look at that.
He's in 9th position. Forward 2.5 somersault with 1 twist, 2.8. Far too much forward.
Isn't he? That's my new hero. I tell you what, Kath, can you do me a favour? Could you email Jason Statham and get him on the show?
Yep, jasonstatham@hotmail.com.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we'll get Jason Statham on the show, Alan.
That'd be good.
What would you ask Jason Statham if he was on the show right now?
Who inspired him to be an actor?
Oh, that's a good question, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Katz?
Not at the moment.
Okay, well, maybe we'll speak to you a little bit later on. I think it's going to be one of those shows tonight, guys. And by that, I mean, a bit rubbish. 0344 499 1000. You're listening to the home of Jason Statham and Musical Youth. If we could get those two acts on the same night, dear God, I'd need new pants. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
I'm very clever. Very clever, me. I want a Nintendo Switch. Right. If I got one brand new, 270 quid. If I got one second hand, 235 quid. Really want one. Do you know what I'm doing? And this shows how zen I am at the moment. I'm like a spiritual giant. Be with you in a second, Spencer. I am a spiritual giant. This is how zen I am. Right. What would I have done in the olden days, Kath?
Bought one and felt rubbish about it.
Yeah. I'm waiting. Because they're going to bring out a new Switch in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. It's a smaller Switch. So what are they going to do to the old Switches when they bring out the smaller ones?
Junk them all.
No, they're not going to junk them all.
They should.
Well, they're not going to. They're going to reduce the price.
Yeah.
They're going to reduce the price. So I'm going to get one cheaper. I'm a genius. I am an absolute genius. Prorogue that.
Wow.
And it is pronounced prorogue, I've just decided. Let's go to our good friend Spencer. Good evening, Spencer.
Hi, Ian. Long time listener. Well, 3 years listening. First time caller.
Hang on a minute.
One moment.
Hang on a minute. I should have had this ready.
Can I get a bell? Oh, thanks very much.
No, thank you. Thank you, sir, for feeding my children and paying my mortgage. What can we do for you, Spencer?
Jason Statham.
You say Statham. I like that. Jason Statham.
Well, of course, yeah.
I say Statham, but Statham works, but Jason Statham.
Jason. Or Jace, I like to call him Jace.
Jace, yeah.
You want to watch The Mechanic? That's a good one. He plays a real hero in that.
Does he play a mechanic?
Well, kind of. He's sort of an undercover mechanic in that he's not really a mechanic, but that's his sort of cover.
Well, then he's not an undercover mechanic. He's an undercover... Let's get this right. He's like an undercover spy posing as a mechanic. He's not an undercover mechanic, because that would be a guy working in a bank, but who's secretly a mechanic.
I think I had one of those work on my bike once. It came back and he'd done nothing.
Okay.
He said it was too tricky. Then I took it somewhere else, fixed it.
You've got to watch that one, and the other one you want to watch is I think it's called Spy, which is the Melissa McCarthy film.
Oh yeah,
which is a bit naff overall.
Yeah,
there's some good performances in it. So he's really good in it because he completely sends himself up.
Beautiful. I love it. Anyone that can do that. Catherine's pulling her face.
Isn't that what he was doing in Crank, or was that serious acting?
Crank was acting.
He's trying to be serious in that, but
is he supposed to be?
He has got a sense of humour. So he sends himself up, and there's a brilliant performance by Peter Serafinovich in that one as well.
Okay. But good, very close personal friend of mine, Peter. Well, if I saw him in the street, we'd say hello to each other and move swiftly on. I've got, I do something I don't do very often, Spencer. I have got 2 male friends, not for shenanigans, coming round to stay this weekend. We're going to play Scribblenauts. We're in our 40s. And we're going to be playing Scribblenauts. And we're going to watch some crap movies. Now, we want to watch the Indian Terminator. Have you seen this? Oh, mate, I'm going to find a scene from it in a bit, and I'll show it to you during the news. We're going to watch the Indian Terminator, and I'm going to suggest we watch 1 or 2 Jason Statham films. And you recommend The Mechanic, do you?
Go for it. Go for Mechanic. Mechanic 1, not Mechanic 2.
No.
Mechanic 1.
Is he in Mechanic 2?
Yeah, he is. But that's the problem with Statham, I'm afraid, or Jace rather, is he does tend to sort of extend these films out to 2, 3 and 4, so always go for number 1.
I don't think it's his decision. I think it's just, would you like to do more work? We'll stretch it out for you. Yes, I will. Thank you very much.
Spencer, you're a good man. I'm good. The Mechanic is happening this weekend. Thank you, Spencer. Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Jason Statham. Jason Statham. Please welcome to stage, Jason Statham. You what? You taking the piss? Hey, Jason Statham. Let's go to Pete.
Space and Jason. Yes.
Jason Statham.
Now, is that the real Ian Lee? Are you live?
Ask me 3 questions. I tell you no lies.
Are you currently hosting a show on Radio 4 Extra?
Awkward.
There's only one answer to this, which is correct.
The answer is yes, I am. 2 radio stations at once, including a radio network that sacked me for standing up for the little people. Not saying gays are little people, but some of them are actually quite tiny.
It's amazing you could be sitting here with me while straddling 2 genres.
It's weird. I do this 4 Extra stuff every now and then, and I just do links for a week. But they won't let you say it's pre-recorded. You have to pretend it's live. It's very, very weird.
That's interesting, because the rest of the BBC stations, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, it's a strange old setup.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you do about, 20 minutes of spiel, and then they edit it afterwards, or do you do 3 minutes at a time?
I just go in, they tell me what shows are on, and I'll do each little link, and I will talk, I'll talk for about 3 minutes for each link, and then they pause it, and then they go, right, can you do the next one? And I go, right, okay, well, that was such and such. By the way, I met him once, and he had rather smelly shoes. Anyway, coming up next, it's Penn and Teller. So I do that. Yeah, it takes about an hour and a half. Beautiful.
Well, you've just been entertaining us with tales of teaching your kids Pig Latin and then coming back with very naughty swear words.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You see, that's taught the kids Pig Latin over. That's a fun thing to do. Have you taught the girls Pig Latin yet?
No, I don't want to weaponise
We'll
them.
do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Kath and her girls, Pete, are going to be joining me and my boys for. Let's not say where, but let's just say it's going to be messy.
It's activities.
We've got activities planned.
Okay.
So I'm going to teach her kids Pig Latin.
Oh, I think Kath knows best on this one, but there you go.
Sorry?
Well, I just wanted to check that you're the real you.
I am the real me, Pete. Thank you very much indeed. Your concern is appreciated. Let's go to Katherine. Good evening, Katherine.
Hello.
No?
Hi. Me?
Hello there.
Hi,
Katherine was being a dick.
Don't be rude to her.
No. Catherine's been a right knob tonight.
Don't be awful.
She is. No.
Hello, Catherine, number one.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Katherine.
Hello.
Not you. Her. The lady on the phone. The lady on the phone.
All right, Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Right, listen, talking of Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Can everyone stop saying Jason Statham?
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Right, well, the one film of his that you must
Jason Statham.
see. Yeah, Jason Statham.
Jason
The one
Statham.
film of his you must see
Jason Statham.
is called...
Seriously.
Jason
The
Statham.
Heist.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see The Heist.
The Heist. Tell me about The Heist. Sounds like a great Jason Statham movie.
Yeah.
Well, tell what happens in it.
It's based on the
This is about robbery.
scandal that happened in the 70s with Princess Margaret.
Oh gosh, which one?
Naughty Salt.
Oh, yeah. But this film, Danny Dyer's in it as well.
The Governator.
Yeah. But I will tell you, there's parts in it that you want to be careful of because there's like torture in it and stuff like
trigger
that.
me.
Yeah, it's an old East End gangster movie. It's the old type, where no holds are barred.
No holes barred. Every hole's a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Disgusting.
you need to get it. You'll love it. You will love
All right.
it.
Well, let's. All right. Well, I'm going to watch that. Here's what we've got. Right. We've got the Meg, which my boys have seen. I haven't seen. Fast and Furious 8. I'm going back.
Is Jason Statham in the Meg?
Jason Statham is in Meg. Yeah. Mechanic Resurrection.
I thought that was Marky Mark.
Fast and Furious 7, Spy, Wildcard, The Expendables 3, Homefront, Fast and Furious 6, Redemption, Parker, The Expendables 2, Safe, Killer Elite, Blitz, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I like that one.
The Mechanic, The Expendables, 13, Crank 2 High Voltage, Transporter 3, Death Race, The Bank Job, War, In the Name of the King, A Dungeon Siege Tale. That sounds rubbish, actually.
Well, that sounds great.
Crank, watching that. The Pink Panther, Chaos, Revolver, London, Transporter 2, Cellular, Collateral, Call of Duty, video game. Oh, of course he's in Call of Duty! Now I can picture him! Oh, this guy's an absolute legend! Oh, I love him. He's in a video. He's a background dancer in the video of a song by The Shaman and a song by Erasure. Wow.
He's such talent.
He's brilliant.
He's the best.
He is absolutely. He's probably our new Bob Hoskins, I would think.
Oh, he's better than Hozzy. He's better than Hozzy.
No.
I've got a soft spot for Ozzy.
Listen, nothing is better than The Long Good Friday. That is the best gangster film ever.
You love really nasty...
That's what she knows.
Torturous...
Yeah.
Murders in showers, don't you?
Yep.
I remember watching The Long Good Friday when I was a kid. That ain't a kid's movie, Daddy.
With young Pierce Brosnan.
It's not a kid's movie, Daddy. And Charlie from Casualty.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
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 The thing is about Katherine is, you know, don't
speak in the third person.
No, I'm talking about this other Katherine.
Make it clear.
The thing is about Katherine is she seems like a sweet woman, but she's lived amongst some blokes who, let's just say, were a little bit tasty.
Yeah.
She's
I just like I'm a big horror film, big Hammer horror film, big gangster film.
Hang on a second. Now it's getting controversial. Andrew says this caller is talking about the bank job, and Danny Dyer isn't in it.
Oh.
She says, you didn't say that though, did you? You said heist.
Yeah, exactly. She said heist, but she said heist and Danny Dyer's in it. And Andrew is saying she's not talking about heist, she's talking about bank job, and Danny Dyer isn't in it.
Mark Strong.
So not Danny Dyer?
No, I mistake.
Thank you very much for your call. Fake news. Good evening to you, madam. Fake news. We will not have prank calls. We will not have liars.
Especially not involving Dyer. We'd coming down here, sorting his act.
Danny Dyer. I met Danny Dyer.
She's lovely, isn't she?
Who?
Danny Dyer.
I'm talking about Danny Dyer. I've told you about me and Danny Dyer, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've told you about that. Me, Danny Dyer and John Sim. What a night. From what I can remember. Which is actually most of it. And it didn't last very long. Anyway.
Wouldn't be the three of you.
What? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. A home security camera picked up what it is claimed to be the ghost of a small boy. Let me read that again. A home security camera picked up what it is claimed to be...
There's no need for that it in there.
...the ghost of a small boy. Footage, and we're going to watch the footage, in the living room... Excuse me. Footage shows a living room with a cat sitting in the middle, but to the side, a misty outline enters... Cat... This is written so badly. Footage shows a living room with a cat sitting in the middle, but to the side. A misty outline enters in the bottom right-hand corner. The apparition seems to move backwards and forwards before disappearing out of sight as the cat sits impassively on the floor.
Was this written by a computer program?
Joel Nolan uploaded the clip to YouTube and wrote, on August the 8th, 2019 at 12:54, our security camera picked up a strange... Hang on a minute, let's do this properly. On August 8th, 2019 at 12:54...
2019?
2019. 2019.
It's just a noise.
Doing an American accent.
2019.
2019. Jason Statham came into our house and made beautiful love to my mother. I watched. I never seen nothing like it in my life. Mom was so alive, which was odd because she died 5 hours earlier.
In 2019.
On August 8, 2019, at 12:54 a.m., our security camera picked up a strange visitor walking through the kitchen. Some claim are saying it's a little boy. Some claim are saying it's a little boy. Others are saying they see a boy, girl, and their dog. We don't know for sure, but let us know what you think.
I think it's bullshit.
I'm going to watch it.
2019, everyone. It's 2019.
One of those who saw it and commented asked Joey, anyone die recently in the family, I wonder? Pretty cool, but you don't see much. Looks like someone walking around. Joey replied, no recent deaths, fortunately. We've been digging into the house's history, see if there's any significance with the date of the occurrence. Not much activity before and after. One person said, yep, it's a spider. Right. So here we go. Here's the footage. Let's watch the footage. So there it is!
Yeah, dust.
Dust in the shape of a little boy?
No, I didn't see a little boy.
It's there! It's a little boy!
What are you talking about?
Oh, why are you even denying what your eyes can see? That is...
Where's the cap?
Well, I don't think we've got the full...
I want to see the scale
There's
of this.
the cap.
Maybe...
This stuff is...
absolute crap.
There you go. It's great we've got Katherine on board to be open-minded and admit that maybe there are more things out there than we care to imagine.
No, there aren't. There's science.
I saw it. You can see it. It's clear to see. If you just look on the internet, if you Google ghost video from America, it will pop up. Be top of the list. Do you know what I liked when you weren't here?
Everything.
Yeah, the fact that you weren't here, because it meant I could explore the supernatural world. I could explore the spiritual world. I could explore chakras. I could explore my penis gland in my third eye. I could explore all of these things without being pissed on from a great height by you and your miserable northern ways. And you've come back and you've sucked me right off. The vibe off. Excuse me. You've sucked the vibe right off. How dare you criticise me, questioning makes our existence very real. Don't scratch loudly next to the microphone.
I'm waiting for you to stop talking.
So disrespectful. I'll stop talking when I want to stop talking.
It's 2019, you crack on.
When we come back from the break...
Yes?
We're going to talk more spooky stuff.
Oh.
Get to...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
This generation rules the nation with version. Music answer the food of love. Songs to really make you rub and scrub.
Chip on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and pump.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me walking at the dawn.
It was a cool and lonely, breezy afternoon.
How does it feel when you got no food?
You could feel it 'cause it was the month of.
How does it feel when you got no food?
So I left my gate and went out for a walk.
How does it feel when you got no food?
As I passed the dreadlocks camp, I heard them say,
how does it feel when you got no food?
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and pump.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me walking at the dawn. Bang bang middling, bang middling, bang 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 middling, bang middling, middling, bang.
So I stopped to find out what was going on.
How does it feel when you got no food?
'Cause the spirit of Jah, you know he leads you
How
on.
does it feel when you got no food?
There was a ring of jets and the session was there in swing.
How does it feel when you got no food?
And you could feel the chill as I seen and heard them say,
How does it feel when you got no food?
pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and pump.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me walking at the dawn. Me say listen to the drum and me say listen to the bass. Give me little music, make me wind up me waist. Me say listen to the drum and me say listen to the bass. Give me little music, make me wind up me waist. I say
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
give me the music, make me jump and pump.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me walking at the dawn. You play it on the radio, and so me say we a go hear it on the stereo. And so me know we a go play it on the disco. And so me say we a go hear it on the stereo.
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and pump.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me walking at the dawn.
On the left hand side. 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 On the left hand side.
Biddly 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 bomb. A biddly 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 bomb. A biddly 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 bomb. A biddly biddly, etc., etc., etc. Thank you very much, Musical Youth. 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We're doing spooky stories, and Katherine has promised me she's going to be more open-minded. So here's one for you. A father of 2 couldn't believe his eyes when he spotted Freddie Mercury in his pork chop.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. Derek Sims, 47, was cooking dinner for his wife Donna, 46,
Glad we know the ages.
as a bank holiday treat.
Normally she doesn't eat.
When he noticed the shape of the Queen frontman clearly in his cut of meat.
That's what he would have wanted.
He went to check on the £3.49 chop after 10 minutes and says the rock legend appeared out of nowhere. You said you'd take these seriously.
£3.49 though.
Mr. Sims, an engineer from Blackpool, made sure he took pictures of Freddie's lookalike before tucking in.
He ate Freddie.
He said, "I've never seen anything like it. I've cooked a lot of things and lived a lot of years, but I've never seen my food resemble a celebrity before. Although I did have a shit that looked like Jason Statham."
When? What year? In 2019?
2019. This is our job, guys. This is our job.
Oh dear.
Before I served up, hang on a minute. So I've just hang on a minute. Before I served up, I called over my wife and she clocked it straight away. We looked at it for a minute or two, but we were both hungry, so I ended up eating it. I know it's a bit silly, but I've shown people they say it's a dead ringer for Freddie. I'm a big fan.
7 Seas of Fry, Bohemian Chopsody.
I can never do these. That's why I think they're stupid games.
Gorilla Queen.
Bohemian Chopsody.
I did that already, yeah.
There's a song that sounds like Butcher, Kucha Mama. Was that song of theirs? Kucha Mama? Butcher Mama? Kucha Mama. Did they do a song called Kucha Mama?
Don't remember that.
Hot Space on the Oven was the name of one of their albums is called Hot Space and Hot Space on the Oven. Please, let me finish the story. I'm a big fan. I never saw him live, but I would have loved to. I just don't know what else to say. It was a nice surprise. Queen's story was brought to life by the film Bohemian Rhapsody last year, with Rami Malek starring as Mercury. Come and have a look. If you don't believe it...
I don't.
If you don't believe it, come and have a look. Come and be amazed.
Now. Have I?
Now, which is which? Which is the picture of Freddie Mercury and which is the pork chop? Which is it? You can't tell.
Looks like Pinocchio.
You can't. All right, don't be so rude. Look, you just can't tell. You just can't tell. You just can't tell. Here we go. This is. It might be working again. There we go. We've got the phones back. The phone's died.
You never noticed because we never mentioned it because we're such pros.
It's a surprise. There's a surprise. 0344 499 or 1000 is the telephone number. Do we know?
We are the champignons.
That's a mushroom.
It is.
Yeah, so it's not meat.
Just talking food, aren't we?
No, we're talking meat. I thought we were talking meat. I could do loads if it's just.
Try.
Who wants to live florets? If we're just doing food, it's easy to just do food.
Go on then.
Well, okay.
Par exemple.
Give me a Queen song. I'll do it.
Okay. Bicycle race.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Bicycle pace. Bicycle. You pace your cooking.
Place.
Bicycle place is fish. Who wants to eat forever? Who wants to eat forever? I do.
Night at the Chopper.
That's an album. The phones are broken. So now what do we do?
This.
I tell you what, Catherine, what have you got for us?
All right, I'll tell you what I've got for you.
Oh, no, sorry. This is what we were talking about 40 minutes ago. So we were watching Naked Attraction, right? Which is describe it for those who haven't seen it. It's a weird old show.
It's porn for cowards.
Yeah.
What it is, if you ever wondered why your dates don't work out, it's because you don't see them from the genitals upwards first up, apparently.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to choose people from, arguably the least attractive part of them, let's be honest.
Don't chop me now.
That's good. So who gave you that?
No one. In fact, came up with it myself.
No, you never.
Came up with it myself. I'll be back. I came up with it myself. What I'm watching is Sam phone up the radio station and it not go through.
Oh dear.
So what we'll do is we'll me and Kath talk for a bit and then I'll open Skype on my computer and I'll give you a different
so anyway,
numbers.
Naked Attraction.
Yeah, go on.
We started watching it. What happens is everyone stands in a kind of cubicle.
I watch it, right, and I enjoy it, but I do think, God, this is where we've ended up. This isn't even like a Rapido Eurotrash Friday night.
There's not that much thought in it, is there?
It's
what would Lord Reith say?
Yeah.
So
once he'd cleaned up the mess and done his belt and trousers up, he'd no doubt be complaining.
So you stand in this cubicle with Nout on, obviously, and someone says what they're looking for in a partner. And then first up, it's from the feet to the waist. So first up, they have a good old look at your old chap or your
Ning nang. Ning nang noo.
And they decide, based on that, whether they want to see any more of you. Someone gets eliminated straight away. Can you imagine? So you go and you get your flipping Jennies out on telly, and you're the first one rejected, and usually because you've not groomed yourself, or you've got, a small one, or a big one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then they go to round 2, and they go up to the boobs or the pecs.
Hello? Okay, the phone started working. Excuse us while I do some technical stuff. By technical stuff, you'll hear clicking, me going, hello? Yeah, go on.
And then up to the face, and then they'll let you speak. But at no point are they asking you about your interest, what the last book you read was.
There's one person choosing, and then for the last round, the chooser also strips off. So you see loads of willies, loads of bums, loads of foo-foos. It's great for it.
Well, you do realise how different everyone is.
Yeah, and that most willies and vaginas are really ugly.
Well, in isolation, it does look like they've been made out of the bits that was left over.
Yeah, it's really
I've got
unpleasant.
just come on.
But what they talked about in the episode we saw was that there has been a huge increase in the number of, I would guess women having nipple surgery. What would you call it? Nipple surgery.
Yeah, because apparently the ratio of nipple to breast should be about 25%.
25 to 30%. And if your nipple is too big or too small, then you go off and you get some nipple surgery done, and they reduce or increase the size of the old nip-nips.
Here's the thing, right? And I agree with Kathy Burke on this one. By the time they get to see your boobs, generally a bloke or a woman are quite grateful. And Kathy Burke said have you seen that programme yet? Kathy Burke's All Woman.
No, I have not seen it.
Brilliant. She goes, most blokes would have it off with a ham sandwich.
Well, I've talked about wedding cakes.
God, you have talked about wedding cakes, but not on air, thankfully.
No, not on air yet.
But, I mean, what a load of nonsense. What a load of nonsense.
But it is,
boobs don't need jazzing up. Boob fans will love boobs.
Because just when you would think that the arse enhancement,
Arse enhancement.
Where the bum lift. Several people have died from going and getting dodgy people doing it.
One woman got flipping concrete injected in there.
Yeah. You kind of think, well, that's got to be the last thing. But no, nipples.
There'll be something else.
Well, what could it be? I mean,
it'll be earlobes or something.
Because you can already get what they call designer vaginas. There's already willy surgery.
Yep. Kneecaps.
Can you have the clitoris moved?
Probably.
Well, would you mind? Because it's putting me right off. It's taking up the whole desk. We may have got the phones working. I'd really appreciate. We've got Gatford lined up. I'd really appreciate it, dear listener, if maybe one or two of you just wouldn't mind just phoning, just so that we know that the phones are working. The number is 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative. Iain Lee, Katherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
The wild man of late night radio.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We think the phones are working, so let's put them to the test. I've got to drag them down like the olden days. Let's go to Gatford. Evening, Gatford.
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's cut to the chase.
Okay, let's cut to the chase. Before the news, I heard you say that Katherine Boyle, good evening, Katherine, is sucking the vibe out of the show.
No, that's not what I said.
Well, close. Does this mean you don't need me anymore?
We never needed you. What are you talking about?
Well, that's normally my job. She's stealing my act.
No, what it is it's her constant, listen, Kath is the greatest wingman a guy could ever have. You're great, Katherine, look in my eyes. Look into my eyes, you will see.
I'm not looking into that.
My eyes.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Yes.
Look into my eyes, you will see a love that's meant for thee.
Oh God, please.
Come again. Come, my friend. For a friendship never ends. This
barely hear anything. My ears are bleeding.
This one's for you and me, my friend. This is eternity.
Feels like it.
My friend.
Yep.
Look into my eyes.
No.
Finished?
So
it's never finished.
Look into my eyes, Katherine. No,
please.
look into my eye. Look, and you're feeling very sleepy. Soon you'll fall asleep. When you wake up, you will forget the number 7, think you are a chicken, and you will give me all of your money. And so we do now the wacky. Shut your face. The comedy is timing and also not talking all the time when you're not funny. So
and yet,
irony.
No. Right.
Go on.
Look into my eyes.
Yes.
Right. You are the greatest on-air buddy, partner, pal, that a host could hope for.
Yeah.
Because you're not as funny as me. You're not. I'm joking. I'm doing a joke. Let's do it properly. Just look into my eyes.
Can we stop this?
What? No. Why? I want to pay you some compliments. Hang on. Let me go to type in serious music. Let's play some serious music. 2 hours of.
2 hours? No, please.
Hang on.
We've only got an hour and a half.
It's just here.
I'd be getting to sleep tonight.
Paul can start late. He's good like that. Here we go. No, that's too.
No, that's too action.
That's too.
That's too action.
Here we go. This will be it.
God.
It's an advert. Hang on.
Biddly, 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 bong.
Is Gatford still there? Oh no, come on.
Look into my eyes. No, look into my eyes.
Yeah.
Catherine, seriously. Please look at me, please. This is serious now. I'm taking my headphones off. I'm naked in front of you.
Don't be.
Please look at me. Please look at me. Please.
Yeah, just talk.
You are the greatest friend I could ever hope for. You've seen me through the bad times and the good time.
That one time, yeah.
Being on air with you is a joy. It's like sliding in butter. It's easy, it's fun, it's fresh.
It's a bit weird.
Every day is a bit weird. Every day is a discovery.
And it's stained terribly.
There is that. And I apologise for that. I told you I was under some very strong medication.
And then?
I love you.
Oh God, stop it.
You bring out the best in me. And let's be honest, sometimes you bring out the worst in me.
It's not hard.
But the show is all the better for it. This last 3.5 years here at Talk Radio has been such a joy. I've really enjoyed bringing you from behind the glass when you were my producer to bringing you out in front of the glass when you are my producer and my co-host. And I think it's joyous. I missed you so much when you were away last week.
Stop it!
I missed you so much.
Oh, God.
It was painful to be parted from you. No one made me coffee. Sometimes Haley made me too much coffee and I was too polite to tell her to shove it.
You had to hold your farts in.
No, I didn't. But I would go home and I was raging with caffeine, so I had to knock myself out the traditional way.
Oh, no.
What I'm trying to say is, you're bloody good at what you do, woman. You're bloody good at what you do, and when I say what you do, I mean working, talking, being a mom, having a period, being a lady, driving a car,
quite good at that.
putting clothes on, finding good things to watch on the internet when I can't work it.
Yeah, Drag Race.
But the way you treat the supernatural, the spooky, the unexplainable, or as I prefer to call it, the inexplicable, which is what Howard Hughes' show should be called, The Inexplicable. He doesn't.
He explains it quite a lot,
The way you look down your actually very thin nose, I've never noticed that before, with contempt and disgust, makes me want to puke. And it makes me want to kill. So all I'm asking, Katherine, all I'm asking is please give a little respect to me and my beliefs. Thank you. Let the music finish. Now's your 15-second right to reply window.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. Bullshit is bullshit, and I've got to call it.
Gatford, thanks for your call. Good night.
No, whoa.
Let's go to Nick. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kath. Excuse me, I've just moved this bucket out of the way.
Why have you got a bucket? Are you painting?
Prison cell, innit?
Put my head in it, yeah. No, it's what you were saying earlier about all the, naughty bits. It reminded me of a documentary I saw a while ago on TV about a guy who used a grease gun and injected his penis with grease to make it larger. It did not look pretty.
Can you Google grease gun penis?
No, but it was on a documentary. It was an American guy.
A documentary, eh?
It was on a documentary.
On Pornhub.
He injected it with grease?
Yeah, a grease gun. I couldn't believe it myself, but he was
What kind of grease? Because when I think of grease, I think of like chip pan grease. Oh, Kath's found it.
Whoa!
Have you found it, yeah? Yeah?
Yowza!
Let's have a look.
It was years ago. It was on a documentary.
Did he do it himself, Nick, or did he get medical advice?
No, I think he did it himself. I mean...
You just show me a picture of a tub of Vaseline.
Yeah, doctors in Asia are treating an increase... This is on the BBC,
Can I see
it's
the penis, please? Show me the penis.
They're not going to put it on the BBC.
Then why did you just get up and dance?
Because I read the description. Doctors in Asia are treating an increasing number of men with severe injuries who try to increase the size of their penises by injecting themselves with Vaseline and other oils. Now doctors in the West say the trend for self-injection is catching on in the UK and the US. The practice of embellishing the human body by injecting oils beneath the skin has been known for over a century. Here we go.
Natural selection at work, really, isn't it? It's got to be.
That's crazy, Nick. I mean, listen, we've all got bits and pieces that we don't like, and some of us, of course, have body dysmorphia and see things, perceive their bodies as differently. But injecting the old fella with grease.
At age 31, a man used a high-pressure pneumatic grease gun to inject his penis in the hope of increasing its girth.
Where does he...
Unfortunately, the width continued to increase, and he also developed erectile dysfunction.
That's right.
He only sought advice 7 years after.
Where did he inject it? Through the hole of the penis? This is a serious question. I'm not being facile.
I can't remember that much about it, but I know he had to walk around with his pants, and it was all bulging out of his pants.
Looks like a hot dog.
Yeah, right, you know.
Wow.
I felt really sorry for the guy, you know. It's just, yeah. It just popped into my mind when hearing you talking about, you know, people doing stuff like that. So.
Well, there's you. Kath's now looking at just pictures of willies. That's what that means.
And any excuse.
Any excuse.
It's research.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you ever get anything done, Nick?
What?
Would you ever get anything done? I mean, anything, because I am a big... listen, I sort of get... Well, I sort of get why some people in the show business industry, particularly women, will get things done to make them look younger. Because particularly if you're like in movies and pop, it's an industry that is historically based on youthful looks and staying young and staying beautiful.
Also, if you're knocking about with everyone that looks like that, it starts to look normal, right?
But I think there's nothing... I think wrinkles, you know, laugh lines and wrinkles and grey hairs and love it.
There's quite a few times you look on TV and you see an actor or an actress on TV that you haven't seen on TV for like 20 years, and you think, hold on, I kind of recognise them. And you go online and you look at a picture of them 20 years ago when they were on you know, and you think, oh yes, I recognise them now.
Nick,
but when you look at them, you can't.
Go and look at pictures of Kenny Rogers now.
Kenny Rogers. Oh.
Go and look at pictures of Kenny Rogers now, because he doesn't look like Kenny Rogers. He looks like a young Chinese lad. He doesn't look like Kenny Rogers. It's the weirdest thing, and I think kind of sad.
And it's obvious they've had work done, you know? If the idea is you're supposed to not look as if you've aged, you look like you've had a lot of work done.
There was a story about Katie Price, who I've got a lot of respect for. I've got a lot of respect for her. She's being hounded and stuff, but she's been to Turkey, I think, to have some...
Oh my God, Kenny Rogers,
It's about Kenny Rogers, isn't it though, Nick?
What's going on with the forehead?
Yeah.
I'm not putting him down or anything, but yeah.
But there was this story, and you wonder how true it is or not with Katie Price, and whether the people are just making up stuff because she ain't in a position.
No, it's on her reality TV show.
Where she's had the plastic surgery done, and she had to go back because it was like pustulating and it was peeling off, and
and her boyfriend keeps telling her not to keep having it done, and her mum tells her off. And
I wish someone would take Katie Price away for 6 months and help her get better, because I met her years ago and she was such a lovely, slightly naughty young lady then. I mean, this was 16 years ago I did a thing with her. Very
sure you're not thinking about the other topless model? I can't remember her name now. She's
Linda Lusardi?
No, not Linda Lusardi. Jodie Marsh.
Yeah. Again, I worked with Jodie. We did Come Dine With Me, but no, I'm thinking of Katie Price. Because it was just when she changed her name from Jordan to Katie Price again, and no one knew what to call her.
Jodie Marsh seems to have her head screwed on, actually. She's quite a bright woman, and the only bad thing she's done recently is had a really crap tattoo everyone's been laughing at. But Katie Price, I know what you mean, and she's comparing herself to, you know, she's in an industry there where she's competing with people who are pretty much teenagers, you know?
Is it King? The guy who used to do that thing, I spin you right round, baby, right round.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead now, isn't he? He died.
Did he? Oh, bless.
Pete Burns. He died. Was it connected with plastic surgery he died, or was it drugs?
I'm not sure.
I met him, and he was very nice. He could be a bitch at times. He had a terrible tongue. He could be quite mean, but he got on with me, and he made me laugh a lot.
Heart attack,
right? But he wasn't old, was he? 50 something, 56.
57.
57. Yeah.
But unrecognisable.
Yeah, it becomes an addiction for some. It becomes, for some, I'm not saying the people we've mentioned, it becomes self-harm, you know, in the way some people cut themselves, some people do this. It's that constant striving for perfection, and every time you get something done, you go, oh, no, it's not quite right. If you just do the eyes, then they get the, no, it's not quite right. There's that lad, isn't there, the Barbie doll, Ken doll.
Oh, yeah.
Surgeons. Sometimes it's the surgeons as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Will say, we'll just do a little bit more here and a little tweak there, and
Oh, listen,
You know,
a reputable one is going to go, nah, I think you've had enough, you're done. But then you just go to the dodge pot next door, who will just keep on suggesting stuff, as you say.
Yeah, for the money. Yeah. I'm just saying before I say goodbye. I'm looking at this picture of Kenny Rogers, an old black and white one from time back. Very good looking guy.
Yeah.
And there's another one, a little bit older, but I think before he had the Botox or whatever it is. And he looks like he's aging okay. And yeah, like you say, with this main picture, the recent one.
Different bloke, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's Hollywood for you.
And the current example, Hannah reminds me on Twitter, Simon Cowell, of course. Do you remember when Simon Cowell took a month off of Britain's Got Talent or X Factor or whatever it was because he fell down the stairs?
Oh, right.
For the old fall down, and he came back and he had his face looked like a shoebox. And it's just...
He denied it, didn't he? Did he deny it?
Of course he did, but falling down the stairs is the new deviated septum. Do you remember that? In the 1990s, a lot of actresses, including, I think Jennifer Aniston, said they'd had the nose job because of a deviated septum or something. But
come on, guys.
But there is such a thing. There is such a thing as a good facelift. I mean, Robert Redford has had his done, and he doesn't look permanently surprised, like Joan Rivers, does he?
No, and John Travolta, I don't know what's going on there.
Well, he's got rid of the wig and he looks brilliant for it.
He looks better now with his bald head, actually. Yeah,
he looks incredible.
Yeah.
Nick, nice to talk to you, mate. Thank you very much.
And then we've got Mickey Rourke.
Well, Mickey Rourke, Val Kilmer's not doing well, is he?
No.
0344 499 1000. Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Katherine.
Hello, Dave.
Dave.
Oh, yeah, ghost caught on CCTV.
Here we go. Can I just say, Dave, I'm listening. My ears are open, my eyes are open, my soul is open, my pineal gland is opened. You're probably going to hear some laughter during this story, mate, and some tutting and some heavy sighing. There's not Katherine lifting a box. It's her completely dismissing what you've called in to talk about, mate, and I apologise in advance on her behalf. But she's a C0W, a cow.
Okay, I went to an event called the Boring Conference last year. It's an event in London where people talk about boring subjects, but hopefully in an interesting way.
Yeah, Kath was asked to appear there to talk about her life story, but she didn't do it.
And there was someone talking about...
Excuse me?
What's the matter with you?
Don't speak to my callers like that. He's making how dare you speak to him like that? How dare you? Carry on, please, David.
Yeah, and there was a scientist called Hayley Stevens who has got a blog called Hayley is a Ghost.
Okay.
Who is a scientist who investigates, sort of paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
And she investigated CCTV ghosts in the fact that most of them are insects that are on the...
So hang on a minute. Okay, so you're telling me that... you're telling me that insects can come back as ghosts?
Well, yes. Do insects have a soul? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Carry on. This is interesting.
No, it's just that the insects, are the things that people are seeing because of their closeness to the camera. The insects are the ghosts.
Right. I don't really buy that, but okay.
Or you think that's less likely than an actual ghost?
Yes, because we just saw a video of a boy ghost.
I didn't see a boy.
Yeah, I looked at that and spider.
It's the only theremin song I could find on YouTube. I'm typing in spooky theremin music, and that is the only
It's like some sort of haunted house hammer horror thing, wouldn't you? Sort of,
Yeah, theremin music, haunted. Hang on a second. Let's see what we've. Oh, here we go. This is called the haunted theremin of Carolina Ake. Oh, here we go.
That's good.
Carry on with your story, David.
I think it's quite interesting that people want to believe in ghosts and why they want to believe in ghosts.
Right, hang on a minute. Sorry, you just phoned up to disparage me and to try and humiliate me on air, have you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa!
No, I just find ghosts. I find a bit like you. I find ghosts interesting, but the sort of psychological thing behind it of why people want.
Why are you so close-minded?
Because I'm a bit. I don't believe in.
Oh, he can't speak. He hasn't got an answer. He hasn't got an answer.
Did the ghost steal his words?
I'm open-minded, but all the evidence I've ever seen points to it being anything but.
Points to it being an insect. Jesus, this guy's a jerk. I've met this guy. I've had the misfortune to shake this guy's hand, and it turns out he's a jerk off.
Well, if you go and buy ghost dolls off eBay, that's what you get. But no, I find it interesting, and always with these stories, people try and sort of say, oh, there was someone who lived here, or there was an Indian burial ground, or there was
racist
such and such. Yeah, I know. And Brexit, innit? But
pro-rogue you in a minute with my fist up your jacksie.
Oh, flipping heck, mate. At least buy him a drink
first. Is that what Boris was trying to do?
Yes.
Mm. But yeah, I always find it sort of there's always a logical explanation. So.
Yeah.
There's not though.
Like that time I was shaken awake by an earthquake, and my first reaction as I kind of came from unconsciousness into being awake was, poltergeist. But that's because I was half asleep. When my brain woke up, I went, bloody idiot.
You're telling me, right, hang on a minute, you've just totally contradicted yourself. Totally contradicted yourself. You're telling me earthquakes, so you had an earthquake, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, well, that's supernatural.
No, it's natural.
No, it's not. It's supernatural. An earthquake is supernatural.
It's the most natural thing in the world.
No, it's not. What? Are you nuts? What is an earthquake, as far as you're concerned?
Nothing to do with ghosts.
It's the earth shaking.
It's tectonic plates rubbing together.
Tectonic plates rubbing together.
Shut up. Of course it's not.
That's GCSE geography, that.
Come on, I could draw you a diagram.
That's what the MMS will tell you.
Wow.
The mainstream media will tell you.
Yeah, okay.
Of course it's not. It's supernatural. It's the ghosts that live underground.
Shagging, right?
Shagging. They don't need to shag.
No, they just like it.
They don't make ghost babies.
Why?
Because babies, they become ghosts. It's quite a morbid subject. I don't really want to go into that. But that's the ghosts that live in Dante's Inferno.
Hmm?
That's what an earthquake is.
Oh,
Everyone knows that.
Amusement for anarchists, air hostesses, and jet-lagged Antipodeans.
G'day, coppers. Can I crash on your floor? The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Please sit up straight in class, Boyle. The Late Night Alternative, phone-in show, late night phone-in show. Very tired all of a sudden. Very tired. That happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw over to Katherine Boyle, who's going to entertain you with wit and wisdom. It's Catherine's Corner, Kathy's Corner, starring. Let me get some music.
No,
for this.
come on.
Let's get some music. This is going to be great.
I mean, you can't ever just let me do something nicely. You have to interfere.
Northern musical style. Here we go.
God.
Here we go. Okay, this could be it. This could music. This music might fit you. Here we go.
Urgent manhunt in California at this hour. A suspect wanted for the stabbing death.
No, that's not. That's sorry. Short, upbeat. Let's get musical stab. Here we go. It's time for Kathy's Corner with Catherine Boyle. No, that didn't work for me. I think we need something a little bit more... Aha! Here we go. This is good. Is that it?
Oh, God.
That's it. Okay, that's all we got there. Hang on a minute. We're going to do it properly. Here we go. This is a bit. Jesus.
I don't like this.
What? Did he say what I think he said?
I think you did.
I do apologise. I tell you what, we'll skip that then.
Let's skip it.
It's time for Kathy's Chewed Up Corner, where we get the wit and wisdom of Miss Catherine Boyle, as she talks us through some of the crazy stories that she's found on the darkest corners of the internet. When I say the dark corners, I don't mean the dark web where people trade weaponry and child pornography. I would certainly would like to actually I would like to make it very clear that as far as I'm aware, and I cannot say for sure, because I'm not with please let me do this, because I'm just trying to get myself out of a sticky hole. Legal hole. A sticky legal hole.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, Catherine Boyle does not trade weaponry or illegal pornography on the dark web. Drugs, different thing. But what I'm saying is this is going to be a fun, light-hearted section where Kathy, what?
Kathy.
I'm just trying to make you sound a bit younger. Where Good Time Kath, the troops' favourite, has been... You're very much like... Vera Lynn. Very much like a Vera Lynn for our lads out in the Falklands. Very much upbeat, looking forward to this. This is fun. It's a regular feature, brand new to the show. Never done this before, but it's very proven to be the most popular feature of the show. It's Kathy's Clutch.
What? Michael Collins was on the Apollo 11, right?
Great story.
Wait, shush.
I love it. What you heard there was actual, not pantomime, actual, genuine annoyance.
Yeah. Michael Collins was the loneliest. This is not from the dark web. This is from the Daily Star.
He was the first guy not to step on the moon.
Yeah. Loneliest astronaut of all time, when in 1969 he stayed on the plane. He orbited the moon as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin tittered about on the moon. Yeah. Alone in the Apollo 11 command module, he had plenty of time to think about life in outer space. I'm sure he was doing other things as well. Yeah. So just sitting there having a fag. And the veteran astronaut...
Has anyone ever... I'm not going to ask that question. Because I'm improving as a human being. I was going to ask if anyone ever...
I bet.
You'd have to.
It's an experiment.
Otherwise, it happens when you're asleep. Oh. They'd probably milk you. Probably connect you to a milking machine.
Well, that's what you wee into, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, it's a pipe.
No, it's not.
Because didn't
you wear a nappy?
Was it Buzz Aldrin that did a wee on the moon?
No, you can't wee on the moon. It's impossible to...
Because his pipe backfired.
Yeah, it's impossible to wee on the moon.
Why? Banned.
Sorry? Who was the astronaut recently that committed a crime in space?
Oh, well, no, they're investigating her for it.
What did he do, a murder?
She apparently went into her ex's bank account.
What?
Yeah.
In space?
Yeah. Well, you know, internet banking.
But they've got the internet in space.
It's where the internet's from.
You can't even get the internet in Norfolk. They got it in space. Wow.
Yeah, they've got to be connected up. What do you think works the planes?
In that case, if she is found guilty, then I would jettison her off in the opposite direction. We don't want scumbags like that.
Phantom zone, innit?
Phantom zone. And we should do the same with pedos. And jihadists who threaten, and Ramonas. Let's jettison them all off into the Phantom zone, where they can all
kneel before Zod. The veteran astronaut has decided firmly in favour of
Hugh
extra...
Fernley Whittingstall. I'm going to try and do names of posh people with your story. My first one is Hugh Fernley Whittingstall.
God, this is a ridiculous job.
Every time I come up with... And thank you to Roy for sending me the top 25 finest Jason Statham films. I appreciate that.
There's 25.
Every time... These are the top 25.
Wow.
Top 25 finest of Jason Statham films of 2019. Let's go. So, go on. Start again.
Oh, no, I'm not starting again.
Start again.
All right, Daily Star.
Daley Thompson.
Michael Collins was Joan Collins was the loneliest astronaut of all time when in 1969 he orbited the moon as Neil Buchanan, and Buzz Aldrin.
Please.
What?
Please.
Are you playing or not?
Louis Armstrong.
Took the first steps on the desolate
Steps.
satellite. Alone in the Apollo 11 command
Home
module.
Alone.
Is that a famous person, Home Alone?
Home Alone 2.
As in Homer. It's a person, is it?
Oh, don't, please. Just because I come out as bi, now you're calling me a homo? That is a hate crime. Log it. Log it. Hate crime. 11:51. 40 seconds. Hate crime. Log it. And if you don't log it, that's a hate crime. Log it. Carry on, hate criminal.
Okay. Anyway, the veteran astronaut has decided firmly in favour of extraterrestrials.
Hugh Fernley Whittingstall.
His name is not Hugh Firmly with a... In an online chat this week, marking the 50th anniversary of the...
Mark. Somebody.
Mark.
Yeah, Marky Mark.
Of the first moon mission, Twitter users...
King James I, Bible.
God. Twitter users asked Michael about the food astronauts ate, the music they listened to, generally wasted his
King
time.
Henry VIII.
One curious questioner asked, "Do you believe in life outside Earth?" And Michael simply replied, "Yes." And we've written a whole article about it. UFO enthusiasts went wild.
What was that? Was that the prologue?
This is the point of it. Someone said, "Do you believe in extraterrestrials?" And he said yes.
Right, here's what I think is wrong with NASA. Stop sending astronauts up into space. They're boring. They're boring jerks. They're jocks. They're the tough guys. They're criminals. We've heard that woman is a thief.
She's denying those charges.
Well, of course she's denying those charges because she's in space, and in space no one can hear you come. Stop sending...
Scream, I think it is. I think it's Scream.
People can hear you come in Scream. They are sending up the wrong types of people. And this is a serious point I'd like to make now, if you could just have a couple of minutes of your time. I think they should send up artists, sculptors, poets, painters, songwriters like Gary Barlow. People that can not just come back and go, "Well, yeah, you know, in space it was really big and it was dark out there, man. I shit my little panties."
Gary Barlow's going to come back and say it was sensational.
Oh, sensational.
I've got a song about it.
It goes like this. Oh, space is so big. No, I want artists to come back who can communicate. I'm never going to go to space. I want artists to go up there who can communicate just how awe-inspiring, how huge, how wonderful, how magnificent, how ridiculous. They can communicate it. I don't want sports people going up there and telling me how fab it is.
The problem with your artists is their candy asses wouldn't withstand the G's.
Yes, they would. This is just propaganda that's put around by the jocks. Oh, you can't go up to space, little pussy, pissant. You can't go up to space, you pissant. You can't do it. Your goddamn intestines are going to explode out your nose. Right? Well,
You have to go in that, like, spinning machine. It's like the waltzers.
You don't have to, though. This is it. You don't have to. That's on Earth. They don't have those up in space. They don't. That's all nonsense to put people off. to see who's they don't have in space is nothing. You just go forwards. So let's send up painters. Let's send up Elton John and Bernie Taupin. Let's get these people up there. Let's find out what it's like to be in space.
Imagine Macca in space.
Exactly.
I'd love it.
He would. Oh, it's, it's great. It's my idea. Anyway, please carry on with your story, please. You're dragging it on quite a bit.
Okay.
Kath's corner.
UFO.
More like Kath's downstairs apartment.
I don't really know what that means.
No, nor do I. It means we haven't got any phone calls, and I've run out of the will to live.
UFO. Well,
did you call
is that the only reason why you give me a chance?
Yeah. Huh?
Huh?
What?
Is that?
This puts me in an awkward position. What answer would you like?
I think I know the answer.
Okay, well then let's carry on and say no more about it.
It's a very sad answer.
You're a very sad person.
I am now. It's my birthday the other day and it's ruined now. My birthday magic's gone.
It was your birthday 2 weeks ago.
It wasn't 2 weeks ago.
It was.
It's over a week, yeah, but it wasn't 2.
Okay. It doesn't matter because it's past, so it's in
Just
history.
killed what was left.
Let's hear about Michelle Collins and what she thinks about Space Invaders.
Oh, Michelle Collins is great, wasn't she?
She's
Cindy
fab.
Beale.
Yeah, she's fab. Very smoky. Smoky lady.
Yeah.
Ooh, smoky lady, gonna drive me crazy. Ooh, smoky lady, making love and smoking a fag.
UFO. I think I'm too sad to read this now.
Read it in a sad voice, I don't care.
Can I have some sad music?
Yeah, sure, I'll get you some sad music. Here we go. Oh, hang on, what's that? What?
That sounded like space music.
It did sound like space music. Where is that coming from?
Space. Oh, this is perking me up.
I have no idea where that's coming from, but I like it. Oh, it's this. Okay. Take it away.
UFO enthusiasts went wild over a seemingly innocuous exchange.
Seemingly? You said seemingly.
I said seemingly.
You said seemingly.
All right, 2019. Innocuous exchange between the Apollo 11 crew and Mission Control in 69. On the third day of the mission, Apollo 11 commander, who's sending me WhatsApps?
Right, okay, she's getting WhatsApps. Let's take a break, because this is not... We'll come back, we're going to do the story, we're going to speak to Nigel from Maidstone, and we might speak to you, dear listener. 0344 499 1000, the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Monday, so good to me. Damon, it was all I hoped it would be. Oh, Monday morning, couldn't guarantee.
0344 499 1000. George is on the line. Good evening, George.
Good evening.
Did you phone a bomb scare to your bank once to get out of paying a mortgage?
It wasn't to get out of paying a mortgage. It was to get out of explaining why my overdraft had risen so far and I hadn't paid it back. And I didn't have any story to tell, so I arranged a bomb scare.
Did you ever, in 1985, in McDonald's in Tottenham Court Road, hand someone some tickets they had lost for a musical youth concert?
No.
Are you sure?
Certain.
Okay, just someone phoned up and said that you did that.
No.
Did you get a random Irish busker who's never listened to the show before to phone up and harass us?
He didn't harass you.
You don't know.
He just asked the question because you perplexed me.
Well, why don't you ask? Why don't you ask the question?
So, well, I've never been called a nasty man in my life.
Oh, I think
you called me a nasty man.
I think you're very rude and inconsiderate and selfish. But I'm surprised that's not been mentioned before.
Well, you misjudged me very badly.
You misjudged me very badly.
No.
I don't think I do. You misjudged me very badly.
No, I'm almost 79-year-old Jewish mystic who had some very strange experiences back in 1976.
And all I did was ask if there was perhaps another explanation, and you went off on one.
No, you called me nasty. You said
because you got nasty. You got nasty and rude.
Where have I been nasty and rude?
Well, probably just before I called you nasty. All I did was ask if there could possibly be another explanation, and you went crazy.
No, I am presenting myself at the moment as someone who supposes himself to be playing the part of the Spirit of Truth in John's Gospel, chapter 16, verse 13. I genuinely suppose that I'm playing that.
Okay, and I genuinely believe that you're not.
That's okay. You don't have to believe it, but you don't know that it's not true.
No. I didn't. But I'm allowed to question it, and that seemed to be where the problem was. You didn't seem to like being questioned about it.
No, you implied that I had some sort of mental breakdown.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I literally didn't. I asked if it were a possibility that perhaps it was mental health or drug related. I didn't. There was no implication there, and it's interesting that you picked up an implication when I simply asked a question. Asking a question doesn't imply anything.
It's an anniversary for me today.
Is it the anniversary of something going tits up? I tell you what, why don't you say hello to Nigel?
Nigel, nice to speak to you.
Hello.
I tried to get...
Hello, George.
Hello, Nigel. I tried to get Iain to pass on a message to you the other day. I wanted you to tune in to a poem I wrote called Rainbow Land. Have you ever heard it?
No, I haven't. Are you able to send it to my Facebook so I can see the words? Or?
No, if you Google YouTube...
Oh, yes.
Rainbow Land, Iain Dury, because Iain recorded it for me.
Okay, I will do.
I would love you to put your music to it. It's got music to it at the moment. The music that is there at the moment was done by a guy called Dave Goodman, who did the Sex Pistols Anarchy in the UK. He produced that track, but it would be lovely if you liked it.
I'll try and find it later on, then, or tomorrow. Okay, I wrote a song, Cyrus, which I've got here on my phone.
Nigel, could you go and stand in the one place in your house where you get a phone signal, please? And can I ask you, Nigel, to start every phone call just stood in that place, because it seems that every time you call in,
this is the best place.
It seems that every time you call in, I have to ask you to go and stand in the place where you can get a phone signal. So if you
this is where I normally talk to you from. This is in the kitchen.
If you started the phone call there,
yes.
Angel, piss off is what I'll say to you. But just piss off. annoying person on Twitter.
I got a song
Right.
I wrote about Miley Cyrus on my phone with an organ.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant how old someone is. If someone talks nonsense, I'll call them out for talking nonsense. So don't give me the he's 79, just let it be FFS.
You know how old Donald Trump is?
Yeah, exactly. Goodbye, Angel. Thanks very much. Go on, Nigel.
Who's Angel?
On Twitter. An annoying person on Twitter.
Have you spoken to Helen Grant recently?
No, I haven't, mate.
Oh, but I've been handing out flyers all over the place of the photo. You know.
Okay.
Nigel, what prompted me to lead you in that direction of Rainbow Land? You were talking about your mum, and you thought that she was watching over you. You'd had a dream or something. Well,
Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel, I think.
I think your mum is in Rainbow Land, so
Yes,
that's the link to the poem.
But I believe that she's guiding me.
Good.
And watching over me, because I have an awful lot to do, you know, sorting things out. And
I'm sure she is, Nigel.
Can I play this song before the battery goes in, please, Ian? And then get back to you. It's only very short, about 2 minutes.
There we go.
I'm just starting it now. So me singing along to the organ.
Hi, this is Nigel from Maidstone. This is a song I made 5 years ago. It's a Miley
Nigel, we can't hear it.
I have to start it again.
Yeah,
so
Nigel, could you sing along to it, because we can't hear it? Not listening. Nigel!
It's okay.
Nigel, could you listen? Could you listen? Can you hear me? Nigel, can you sing along to it live, because we can't hear
Yes, I will do. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Only when I listen to Miley's song, the best singer in the world. So many songs to me, happy all the time. The world sings her songs, makes you happy too. Only when I sing to Miley's song, great singer in the world. Only when I sing to Miley's song, the best singer in the world. She makes me happy, she makes me happy. Songs to you, only. That was it.
That was very nice.
Okay, let me just say.
It's a nice tune, isn't it?
It's absolutely great. It's absolutely great. Let me apologise. Okay, great. Hang on, Nigel, because I'm talking on my show. I shouldn't have told Angel to piss off. That was rude of me. Let me retract that immediately. I retract that. That was rude of me. But let me do my job, okay? I shouldn't have spoken to you in that rude way. That was unnecessary, and I apologise. But you did say FFS. And I know what one of those F stands for. I don't know which one it is, but I know what one of them stands for. And when I find out, but I apologise, Angel, for speaking to you like that. But I think you're wrong. Let me just say. Right, Nigel, go on.
Yes. What was that again? Rainbow, George.
Rainbow Land.
Rainbow Land on YouTube.
Ian Dury.
Yes, Ian Dury, yes.
Yeah.
And the words are on there. The words are on there, are they?
Yeah. I'm sure you could put some lovely music to it.
A tune to it, yeah. Yeah. And would that make number one, do you think, if it was processed? Do you think?
I think it would have every chance.
Nigel, thanks for your call, mate. That was a really lovely song. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Nigel. Bye. Take care. And that's where I have a problem with you, George. That's where I actually have a problem and have to step in.
What's the problem?
The problem is Nigel struggles with things. and he's just asked you if that could get to number 1, and you're telling him it would stand a good chance. That's where I have to step in, because that is manipulative and that is cruel.
I'm not looking for anything. I'm trying to give something away.
He asked you, a vulnerable person specifically asked you a genuine, heartfelt question. Could that get to number 1?
Of course it could.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Rubbish. Rubbish. Dangerous, manipulative rubbish. I will not let you string a caller on like that. I've got a lot of time and respect. I've got, shut up. Now you're talking rubbish, right?
Why am I talking
Because
rubbish?
Nigel is a very precious soul who asks questions that a child would ask and believes in the answers, and you've given him false hope. Shame on you, George. Shame on you. You should know better. I won't let you do it on my show. If you want to get in touch with him and do it privately, that's another matter, but I really would expect better from someone like you. Shame on you.
This is going to be my penultimate call.
No. It's your ultimate call. Thanks for your time, George. I'm not having him, listen, lie to me, bullshit me, do all that, that's fine. Not having him string Nigel on like that. Nigel needs to be protected, right, from people like that. Is it going to get to number 1? Yeah, sure, it could do. Nah, I'm not having that, George. I'm not having that. Is that too much, Catherine?
No, because the worry is with Nigel is that because of the financial problems, is that he could start pinning hopes on it and starting,
Yeah. I'm not having that.
Be really careful.
Not having that at all. I've got a duty to protect some of these people, and I will not have George. George, you can call in, but also don't dictate this is going to be my penultimate call. A load of old rubbish. If you want to call in, but you're going to be challenged, and I will not let you manipulate and lie to and lead on. You claim to be a spiritual person, and yet you're going to lie to someone like that, someone who believes that stuff. Someone who, when I recorded a song, thought that we were going to make hundreds of thousands of pounds. I sent him 35 quid out my own pocket, because we made about 25 quid. You can't do it, mate.
He did get quite distressed about it, thinking he was going to hit it big time, didn't he?
Can't do it, George. Sorry, mate. Not on this show. Go and do it on Dotton's show. Go and do it somewhere else, where you get even less time and less freedom. Not having it on my show. Chris is coming up next. This is Talk Radio.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like the Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Iain Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
What's going on? Something's happening to me. There's a chemical imbalance taking place in my brain that is causing me to. I think I was right there with George to call him out for that. Definitely, that was actually quite unpleasant. The way he blithely led Nigel on, but I'm getting angry and snappy at things when I wouldn't normally get angry and snappy, and I felt a little bit down today. Don't quite know why. A little bit because the boys have gone and so the house is empty, but my chemicals are imbalanced, so I apologise for being a dick the last 15 minutes or so. Then it just felt like a weird show today. It just felt like I've not quite got up to speed yet.
Oh, well, there've been too many funny bits.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I know.
I want to cry, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I want to cry. And I will go home and I will do that, and that's absolutely fine.
It's frustrating, but you've had a really long weekend with the kids, and the thing is about you is that you don't just sit around the house and chill out.
Yeah.
You're on the go the whole time.
I've had 8 weeks of feeling excellent.
Yeah.
And,
be fine.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, dear listener. That may have been uncomfortable listening. I don't know. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chris.
How are you?
Excellent, mate. But what can we do for, as I just said, what can we do for you?
Sometimes I feel a little bit sorry for that Rainbow George, but he does sound a pain in the arse, doesn't he?
Sometimes I feel sorry for him as well.
Some of the things he spouts off about.
Okay. Well, George isn't here now, so what have you called in about, Chris?
Oh, I do apologise, sorry. Right. I rang in because even though you was kind enough to say that give me a free ticket to go and watch young Katherine down in Bath next month, I don't think I can make it.
Okay, mate, but that's a shame. Any reason
I
why?
know. No, I'd love to go. You know, I love listening to your show. I don't do. But there you are. See, I've booked another show. Swansea Grand Theatre.
Sorry? What? Hang on. What? Sorry?
He's got something better to do.
What? Who are you seeing instead of us?
He better be Shirley Bassey or something.
Jones and Wendell.
That's racist, that is, Carolyn.
Why?
Carolyn.
It is racist, Carolyn.
Sorry.
It's very sexist of you not to remember my name.
I know, I'm terrible at that.
Racist, Carolyn.
I've had ex-girlfriends, I've called them...
Carolyn, racist Carolyn.
Inappropriate names.
Okay. Who are you going to see?
Rob Brydon, Lee Mack, and David Mitchell.
Doing what? Kissing each other?
Mixed martial arts.
Is it MMA? With David Mitchell?
Say again.
Cage fighting.
With David Mitchell? Is it karate with David Mitchell?
Well,
Is it capoeira?
With David Mitchell?
It's in the Grand... Swansea Grand Theatre, so...
Yeah. Thai boxing.
It's
with David Mitchell?
Well, it might surprise me, actually. They might have a sort of a cage fighting ring in the Grand, which I've never seen before.
On the 7th of September, when me and Katherine Bath?
No, it's not. It's on the 20th of September.
Right. So because you're going to see a show, you're going to go and see a jiu-jitsu show with David Mitchell on the 20th of September, you can't come and see a free show, because we're giving you a ticket to see me and Katherine on the 7th of September. I'm a little bit confused by that, buddy.
Guilty now. Don't...
Looking forward to this
It's
explanation.
like 13 days. Are you going to walk it or something?
Well, I used to love mountain biking.
Okay.
Many years ago.
Okay.
With David Mitchell.
I've still got that on my Sky Plus to watch. So why can't you come to our show that's 13 days before the other show you're going to that you said was the reason you couldn't come to our show?
I told you the other night I get scared when my French friend, she's not coming with me. I booked myself into the Hilton Hotel, and then I end up getting lost.
Okay. Well, just say you don't fancy coming.
We can't face it. That's okay.
That's okay.
No, right, I know Bath. Or Bath. How do you pronounce it?
Bath.
Bath.
How do you pronounce scones or scones?
Bath.
Scones or scones?
Bath. It's Bath.
Bath.
Right, you both talking over each other now.
Bath.
B-A-T-H.
Bath.
Is it B-A-T-H-E?
That's Bath.
We both agree on that.
Okay, so you're not coming. Okay, that's okay. No worries, man.
No. I didn't say I wasn't coming.
You literally did. You literally did say you weren't coming.
I said I'm... Right, so...
You opened up by saying I can't come because I'm going to go and see Kung Fu, the Shaolin monks with David Mitchell. And now you're saying that you might come.
Well...
It don't matter.
Chris,
you don't know us anything. It don't matter. That's a shame. We'd have liked to have seen you.
No, because I come along with my white cane. You know, it's not like a fashion item for me.
Yeah, I know blind people have white canes. I get it.
Oh, where am I going now?
Chris, it's fine. We're sorry that you won't be there. We would like to meet you. I'd like to meet your white cane. But you're not coming, and that's fine. That's cool. Go and see David Mitchell doing martial arts. That's fine, mate. Honestly, that's fine. I hope you enjoy it.
So, where's this little place? Is it in the centre of Bath?
It's not any of your business if you're not coming to it.
Oh, so you ban me now?
Classified information only for those...
Thinks you're banning him now.
It's classified information only for those who are prepared to actually come to the venue. We can't just give out the address of the Rondo Theatre willy-nilly in case a jihadist gets hold of the information.
So where's the Rondo Theatre? Is it close to the Hilton Hotel in Bath?
I'm afraid I don't know where the Hilton Hotel in Bath is.
Well, it's on the main sort of... It's near Waitrose.
Ah, right. I still don't know where that is.
Oh, right.
Okay. Chris, it's absolutely fine you're not coming. Maybe you pop along. We tend to be in Bath once a year, so maybe we'll see you next year.
Oh, I'm going to come up there and wind you up.
So you're going to come on the 7th?
I'm going to have to get my fears out of myself.
Okay, get your fears out of yourself.
Pardon?
Get your fears out of yourself.
Oh, I do it by... Sorry, I'm going Welsh now. My fears are terrible. I think, right,
Listen, Chris, see how you feel. No pressure. If you don't fancy it, then...
No, I'd love to... because, honestly, I have watched one of your shows on one of your streaming things you've done.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay. All right, Chris, I'm losing the will to live, mate. Maybe we'll see you, maybe we won't. Thanks for your call.
What?
0344 499 1000. I'm just losing the will to live. Good God, let's play a trail.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Let's take calls straight to air for the last half an hour show. Very strange vibe. Slightly dark vibe. That's just the way it goes sometimes, man. That's just the way it goes. Lance says, way to go, Iain. Bullying a mental old guy make you feel good. Don't it make you feel good?
Who's mental?
I think he's calling you a mental old guy, Catherine.
Gosh.
Villa says, I agree with what you said to George. You know your regular cause, and you know when you need to help them pull them up. Pete says, I think you were right to lay down the law with George, but I feel like he probably does believe half the stuff he says. That says, if I had a choice of seeing Rob Brydon and Iain Lee, I'd know I'd go for Rob Brydon. But it's not a choice, you absolute pudding. They're
2 weeks apart.
Yes. For crying out loud.
I don't think that's the issue anyway.
No, he's you know, he's a nervous guy. I don't know. 0344 499 1000. Steve Jobs is alive.
What?
Yeah.
Does his wife know?
Conspiracy theorists. Gotta love the old conspiracy theorists, haven't you, line one?
I think you were right to lay down the law with George.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Could you turn your radio off, please?
I had a choice of seeing Rob
Yes.
and Iain Lee.
Alexa. Off.
You're on the air. Hello, what can we do for you?
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air. What can we do for you?
Now I've got really nervous because I've never, ever done this before.
That's okay. There's nothing to be nervous about. There's no rush. Just you, me and Kath having a chat. Don't know who you are, don't know your name, don't know anything about you, and you can keep it that way if it makes it easier.
Are you Iain?
Yeah.
You don't sound like Iain.
No, I sound different on the phone.
Hello, Iain.
Hello. Who's this?
Mel.
Hello, Mel. What can we do for you?
I don't want to bring your show down. I'm in a, I'm not in a good place at the moment.
Don't worry about bringing the show down. It's kind of down anyway. In what way not in a good place?
Depression, anxiety, right.
So what's going on for you today?
Am I really talking to Iain?
Yeah. Kath's here as well. Say hello,
Hi.
Kath.
Yeah, I am.
There you go.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, God.
Silly, isn't it? What's happening, Mel?
It's been happening for a long time, mate.
Yeah.
And I think you've been through every phase I've been through.
Well, there might be similarities, but everyone's journey is unique. What's been happening for you? What's happened for you today? Why have you decided to pick the phone up today?
More than one reason.
Okay, well pluck one out of the air and tell us.
Over the last few weeks, it's about the only 3 hours that give me any solace in the day.
Blimey.
Your show, you and Kat.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're getting some solace in the day. That's something.
Yeah. And when your show finishes, you know when your heart sinks straight down into your gut.
A lot of people get that when they hear Paul Ross. I know. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I know. I'm teasing. I know what you mean, and Paul will know what you mean as well. But so what? I'm still slightly confused, Mel. Why have you called?
Am I live on the radio?
You're live on the radio, yeah. This is going out now to literally 8 people.
How many?
A little bit more than 8. Maybe about 60,000 on a good night.
Oh, I don't bloody care.
Who cares? Who cares? So go on, has something prompted this phone call today? Has something happened, or have why are you calling?
It's just I think it's just one day too many of those bloody days.
Yeah.
Which have been going on for weeks and months and...
It can be a slog, can't it?
Years. I'm trying to say something funny now, and I can't think of anything funny.
Well, neither can me and Kath, yet we still blag our way. Can I ask, have you taken any drugs or anything tonight?
What, me?
Yeah, you.
No.
Oh, okay. You haven't, have you had a drink or anything?
I've had a little drink.
Okay,
not a big...
there we go. I knew I'm not saying you're out of it or anything. I just knew there was a slight relaxed vibe to this call. I just wanted to make sure I knew what we were dealing with.
You know, it's weird. My body doesn't feel relaxed. I'm shaking.
Yeah. Your voice sounds relaxed.
Does my voice sound
Your
relaxed?
voice sounds very, very relaxed, yeah.
It's because I'm talking to a nice person. And there's a lot of nice people. In this journey, see, I call depression the beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in this journey, I've met some wonderful people.
There are some very, very good people out there.
There are. I'm just at the point, though, where nobody knows what to do with me. I have no family. I've got a son, and he's struggling because he's seeing his mum get worse and worse.
Yeah. How old's your son?
He's 21.
Okay. So, all right. Well,
he lives with me.
Okay, but he is at an age where he can also take care of himself.
To a point.
To a point, but it's not
because
like
I did everything for years.
Yeah, but it's not like you've got a 7 or 8 year old that's seeing it. It's a 21-year-old, and it's hard work for a 21-year-old young man to see their mum ill. I know I've been there, but I'd rather a 21-year-old than a 7-year-old.
Yes.
So what do you want to, what do you want to change in your life?
I want to get out of this depression.
Okay. But what does that mean? What does that mean?
I had a lot of years. Depression hit me when I was 37.
Yeah.
I was always an anxious child and had difficulties, but I never hit depression. I was never, on any medication for depression or anything like that. But when I was 37, it hit me. It was postnatal depression. And then I got a few years better from that, and it hit me again when my marriage broke up.
How long ago did your marriage break up?
It might seem a long time ago, but it seems like yesterday, but it was 14 years ago.
Yeah, well, it can be devastating for a really long time. Are you seeing a doctor? Have you spoken to a doctor about this?
But I don't think they even know what to do. They don't know what to do because it's impacted on me very badly physically. I can't eat. It's not anorexia, it's not bulimia, but it is very psychological and physiological. I know that. And I just can't eat. I try and eat, and I'm sick every time I eat. I don't know whether you ever had that.
No.
Iain?
I would lose my appetite sometimes with depression, but I certainly didn't throw up. I just lost my appetite and was unable to eat. So how come you've managed to survive so far? Because you have survived, and it's amazing you survived, and you brought your son up, and that is a tough gig. So what do you think has made you get through all of this up until now?
Love for my son.
Yeah. I don't know what to say to you, Mel. All I can tell you is it can change and it can get better. I don't know how it will change and what needs to be done for it to get better for you, but I know from my own personal experience that things can change and that you can be happy.
You inspire me.
Okay, well that's very kind, thank you. I would suggest you also look for others to inspire you, and that can be in art or in music or in friendship or in fiction or in... I read some great books about depression when I was at my lowest, some really, really good books.
Iain, can I butt in a minute?
You can butt in a minute, Mel, yes.
Because of my malnutrition, I've got optic nerve damage and I lost my eyesight.
Oh, blimey. Well, you can get audiobooks.
Well, that is something to do when I can get myself to get...
Maybe your son could download a couple of audiobooks for you.
Hopefully.
Why don't you ask him? Here's a scam. I'm going to teach you a scam, which I shouldn't really be telling, right? But there's a website called Audible, right? And you join up, and they give you an audiobook for free, right? And you join up for free. It's free for the first month. They give you an audiobook. You download it. You can then cancel it immediately and send that book back. So you keep it, but they then give you another audiobook for free. You can do that a couple of times, and then you can cancel your membership. So you can get 2, 3, 4 audiobooks for free, and you cancel your membership. And I'm sure a 21-year-old man could work out how to do that.
He's struggling though, Iain.
He's struggling? Yeah? He could work out how to download a couple of books for his mum.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. If you ask him, I'm sure he could.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't like to ask him to do anything for me.
Okay. Well, that's your choice. But I think that's a pretty easy thing you could ask him to do, that with even the barest minimum of computer knowledge he could do.
Oh, he's got a lot. He's very...
Beautiful. I'm sure he'd be happy to do it.
He's very okay on that.
Yeah. Mel, listen, keep listening. We're here every Monday to Friday, as you know, and you're welcome to call in any time you want. Have you tried the Samaritans?
Yes.
Yeah? How did that go for you?
Yeah, it's helped a few times.
Yeah.
I try not to do it too much. I mean, I am very lonely because I lost my eyesight last year, and my mum and dad both died last year within 2 months of each other.
Blimey. You've had a really bad run of it.
It's just been a lot to take on. I think it would be for anybody that wasn't already depressed, but I was already ill before they died.
It's a lot to take on, and you've done really, really well. I hope this doesn't sound patronising, because I mean it. You've done really, really well to have survived. And you should be very proud of that, because not everyone would have survived. And you have. So well done.
And I want to say, I know, because you've got your head round it now.
Yeah.
But be proud of yourself.
I'm very proud of myself.
There's a lot of shit in your life, mate, and I'm sorry I swore.
That's all right. Is shit a swear word these days? Hey, listen, Mel, it's really nice to talk to you. Thank you for listening to me and Catherine. We will treasure this phone call, and I hope we get to speak to you soon.
Okay, my love.
Take care.
You both take care.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Good night, Mel.
Thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. That was a tough phone call to make, and you made it. And you're alive, and we celebrate that. We'll take calls straight to air till the end of the show. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with, and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Call straight to air for the last few minutes of the show. Hello, line 1, you're on the wireless. Oh, no, you're not. I've not got the fader up. Hello, line 1, you're on the wireless now.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, line 1.
It's Val.
Hello, Val.
Hiya. How you doing?
Very, very well. What can we do for you tonight, Val?
I just thought I'd say hello.
Hello. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Short and sweet. I like it. Let's go to line 2. Hello, line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Oh, blah. Hello, line 2.
Sorry to ring you again, Ian.
That's okay, Chris. Let's make it snappy.
Okay, very quickly. Okay, I was just listening to that woman, and she was saying she's losing her sight.
Yes.
And I felt a bit sorry for her. You was telling her about audio books and things. I used to teach blind and partially sighted people.
Yes.
And I still know technology that, you know, you can help when your sight is going or gone. So it's not. So I felt slightly sad for her, actually. Okay. So I do apologise for ringing you up again.
That's okay.
So, I don't know, there's places like RNIB she could ring up, or...
Yeah, I'm sure. There are plenty of places that will help people in that position, Chris, and I appreciate you sharing your thoughts on that. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hey, Ian.
Hello, line 2.
Ian, I don't know where to begin, really. It was just an impulsive call, this one, just to say that I'm kind of returning to Talk Radio after quite a long time being away. I've discovered, obviously, you're back on here over the last week or so, and you just need to be told that what you're doing is invaluable, particularly with callers like Mel, and even what she's doing as well. What a caller. I mean, does she realise how she's helping other callers, or listeners rather, as well? Because there are so many people out there. I'm not going to mention the B word, but we keep hearing the repetitive stuff. Listen, you and I grew up listening to London's talk radio station, as it was the only one at the time. But you know what? it's pretty much non-existent now, the competition. And no, really, we should be talking about this stuff more.
I listen, me and Kath agree. That's why we called this show the Late Night Alternative. Not because it's some crazy, wacky name, but because we genuinely believe that we want to present an alternative to, I mean, what? Okay, so we do a phone-in for 3 hours about Brexit. Well, so what? That doesn't achieve anything. Nothing changes. It's just a chance to scare people and get people angry. People like Mel, you're right, that's what's important. That's what's important. You mix it up with a bit of laughter and a little bit of nonsense and a bit of silliness. That's what's important.
Exactly. I mean, we can all set the agenda, but again, there's clearly one out there that people need, want, and the fact that you accommodate it the way you do. Again, I've only recently learned that you've been through a lot yourself personally. Dare I say, I wasn't a great follower of yours back in the early days of your career on talk-based radio. No, but but clearly you're just a human being like everyone else, and no one, no matter how great and perfect they present themselves, that facade, they walk away. We've read it all before with the people that have been film stars, that sort of thing. When they crawl back to their abode, they're just like you and me.
Have we spoken before?
We haven't, Ian. No.
Oh,
and,
your voice sounds really familiar. That's all.
Oh, well, hopefully you come across a couple of my attempts to get something going online personally, because it's always good. Again, I've used, should we say, live streaming, that sort of thing, and I'm actually I've had a bit of a tough year. I don't want to make this about me. No, I've been through something that I've only heard again over the 4 or so decades that I've tuned into this type of radio. I've been through something that the system has bestowed upon me when it comes to being a father, a new father. I'm happy to just leave it at the fact that my son has been in care since the 3rd day on planet Earth, 4th day on planet Earth. He's now 13 months old. We're still dealing with it. It's a very long thing that I couldn't even begin to go in do now. But at the end of the day, look, I'm speaking with you now. I just count myself lucky. It's just, it's too easy to forget that just somewhere not too far along the road from where you are now, there's someone else in far more dire straits.
Mate, it's nice to talk to you. I hope we get to speak again, and thank you for your call.
I'll call again. Thanks, Ian.
Cheers, man. There you go. Thank you very much indeed. Isn't it funny? Your voice sounds familiar, but we've never spoken. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Let us go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Is that myself?
That's you.
It's me. Hi, Ian. All right.
I'm all right.
It was just a quick call. I've never rung your show before. I spoke to Paul a few times.
Yeah.
It was just to commend you really, and I handled that call with was her name Mel?
With Mel, yeah.
I just thought you handled that brilliantly. It's one of my many failings, I suppose, that I'm really rubbish at dealing with people when they're upset. And, maybe they need a shoulder to cry on or a bit of advice.
It's tough to know what to say. It's tough to know what to say, and I personally I find it easier dealing with men than women in those situations, and I'm not sure if I was particularly great with Mel, but I appreciate what you're saying. Thank you, man.
All right, cheers, mate.
It's a nice call, thank you. And also, if you don't know what to say in those situations, never feel bad about it. It's not a bad thing. It's I only know. I don't know. I know this stuff. I don't know.
People aren't ringing you up for you to fix them.
No. 1 or 2, I think. But line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kath. It's Cara.
Hello, Cara. Are you in the same room as the telephone?
Yeah. Why is it bad?
It's really quiet.
You sound really far away.
You sound tiny.
I am tiny. I'm only 5 foot. Can you hear me now?
That would be it. You sound 5 foot.
I sound 5 foot.
Is
it really bad?
No, it's not really bad. It's fine. What you got for us, Cara?
Okay. Well, just a quick one, obviously, because I know you're nearing the end of the show, yes. But this is quite a hard call to make, but I'm just kind of hoping it might help somebody out there.
Yeah.
Am I able to share something quickly with you?
Yeah, of course you can. Go on.
Well, for the past 3 years, I've suffered terribly with depression as well, and I did tell you before briefly that I was burgled and assaulted while I was in my house.
Yeah.
And that took me on a downward spiral, and it just been awful. The children were suffering, everything was suffering because of the way I was. So New Year's Eve last year, I decided to take that control back, and it may seem silly, but I messaged the guy who did it. I found him on Facebook, and I messaged him. Can I read you the message? There's no names or anything.
Please do.
It just says, "Hi, I don't know if you'll see this, and if you do, I don't expect a reply, as that would take guts. You may remember me." Sorry, I'm a bit like... You may remember me.
Yeah.
I am the woman you chose to rob and assault on the 31st of October 2016 at 1:15 p.m. Yes, this date and time has been etched into my memory. I don't know your reasons for what you did that day. You must have been pretty desperate to do something so stupid. My reason for this message is since that day I've been like a prisoner in my own home. You took so much more than money from myself and my children that day. I was a strong, independent woman and you broke me. I was put on medication for post-traumatic stress disorder and lived in fear. I say lived, as this is now not the case. It's taken time, but I've fought my way back and I now feel stronger than ever. I faced you alone. I stopped you from taking the little we have built up over the years, and I won. You got the punishment you deserved. Now it's time for me to let go and move on for good. I wish you no harm. I actually pity you. Most importantly, I forgive you. Not for you, but for the sake of myself and my family. I hope you're staying out of trouble and have learnt something, anything from what you did that day. You have the chance to turn your life around and make your family proud. Don't let them down again. Happy New Year.
Oh, mate!
Mic drop.
He was
Clara,
only 21 as well.
That's amazing. On like, I can at least 7 levels. I've picked up what the amazing stuff there. That's incredible.
I'm shaking as I'm even reading it out.
I bet you are. And so you sent that?
Yeah, I sent it.
Did you get a reply?
I never got a reply.
No. That's almost irrelevant.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I've said it. I've got it out there, and do you know what? Since that day, it's obviously not gone. It's never going to go away. But I've changed a lot in myself since then. I thought, do you know what? No, I'm not that person. I'm not that pathetic woman, and you're not doing that to me. He was 2 years older than my daughter, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
So it's all about how you react, how you've got to decide that that's enough, and it's time to turn your life around. And it does work. Believe me, it does work.
Wow.
I have nothing to add to that apart from that's one of the most incredible things I've ever heard. That what you wrote there.
Don't mess with a 5-foot woman.
No, that's an example of that thing that we've been trying to drum home recently, personally, which is you can't control other people's behaviour, but you can control your reaction to it.
How you react to it, precisely. And for too long, I was sleeping with a crowbar. My children saw me doing that.
Yeah.
The slightest noise, and I'd jump, and I'd be crying all the time. And I thought, who are you? I didn't even recognise myself. But since I've sent that message, it's just changed. It's changed in my head. I've turned it around, and now I'm starting to go out of the house more. And, I go outside the front door now, even when it's dark. Do you know what I mean? It's just not, I walk the dog. I wouldn't do that before.
You're amazing. Yeah. You're amazing. And that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm really, really pleased you shared that with us, and I feel honoured to have heard you read that out. So thank you.
Thank you. I just hope it can help someone, Yeah. Love to everyone, you guys and all your callers.
There you go. Thank you very much indeed. Come in, Paul. Whoa, that was amazing. That was amazing. My old Paul is getting in position. Let's just take one more quick call. Hello, line 2. You're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, line 2. We haven't got much time, I'm afraid, so make it snappy.
That's all right. Well, I wasn't planning on calling, but it's been quite a heavy show, so I thought I'd cheer you both up with a bit of a tickle, tickle, tickle.
It's our callers sometimes. Thank you very much. Our callers sometimes phone us up and tickle us, and we love it. Paul Ross is here. Hello, Paul.
Good morning. How you both doing?
Yeah, a bit tired actually. A bit tired, but good. I think. Felt like a bit of a slog tonight, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's only talking on the
It
radio.
didn't listen like that.
Thank you,
I missed
Paul.
an hour when I was doing the pre-records.
Thank you, Paul.
One story in particular I would like to mention I'm really looking forward to. We're crossing live to Australia at about 2:30, 2:45, phone lines permitting. Have you ever heard of the I'll say it properly, bogong moth?
No.
It's the only insect they think that navigates via the Earth's gravitational field, magnetic field.
Wow.
Okay, and they feed and have kept alive until the Europeans turned up hundreds of thousands of pygmy possums. We've turned up there.
Yeah.
We've turned up there with electricity.
Yeah.
And the lights in that
screwed them all up.
Are taking the moths away.
Right.
They're dying in there. They used to be 4.4 billion, they thought. They're now down to hundreds of millions. The poor old pygmy possums are suffering because they hibernate, and when they come back to life, they want a moth sandwich. No moths. Initiative starting this weekend, one of those genius simple things, which is basically...
Is it a tube?
It's no... Turn your lights off, save a moth. That's what the Australians are doing. That's a brilliant notion, isn't it?
There we
Pull
go.
your curtains, turn your porch lights off, and save some pygmy possums.
That's what it's all about. That's what you need. Did you see the fish? You had the fish tube guy on, didn't you?
We did, yes.
Jeez, that was. I mean, the world. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world. We should invent some. This is what we need to do. We need to invent something that saves animals.
But it's proper Heath Robinson stuff, isn't it? It's proper stuff you kind of would draw when you were 11 years old and think that would solve it. I'll do a great big tube and I'll shoot the salmon up it like a reverse theme park. And it works. It works because it's so simple and genius.
I love it. I love it. And then there was a film of a helicopter throwing. Was it salmon?
Oh yeah, salmon. Yeah, because they used to lift them up by helicopter.
Yeah.
And get them over the man-made dams.
And then just chuck them out.
Yeah.
Doesn't lower them gently down.
Thinking.
Just chucks them out of the helicopter.
Well, years ago, I was in Tunbridge, in fact, where the river goes through it, and I was at some water bailiffs filming, and they were putting electric current into the river, and then zapping the fish and bringing them out and examining them, not harming them, and putting them back in.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, we pull out a pike about 3 foot. But that must be where our thoughts of alien abduction come from. Because if a pike is pulled out in a half comatose, it's prodded and probed, they check his gills and show, where have you been? I was just beamed up. Now you were.
Paul Ross is up next. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio.